I literally just said, I guess we're waiting on Smokey, and then...
It's okay. I am right here. I am going to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this because it's like my layout's all super fucked because I'm having a moment. All right, this is on.
I was talking with my roommates, letting them know that I might have to cut some corners financially for the next few months.
It's all good. All right, I'm gonna do a quick sweep, and I'm going to drop the stream marker here and welcome everybody to. This is episode 2 of chapter 3 of Worlds Apart, a 5e Dungeons and Dragons campaign featuring myself, Rokilla, Magnificent Q, Roy Zoga, Traditionology as DM. Smokey, what did you change your Twitch name to?
Smokey, it's just my name.
Smokey Digsby, Alec K47. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Welcome.
It's all
I am
good.
Keel's Little Monster. I am a fucking train wreck. Trad, take it away.
Also, let's not forget Palmer, who's not technically here.
Oh, yeah.
But Palmer
will be here.
Also does
Did anybody actually ping him?
He's running.
He is beyond ing.
Did someone ping him?
Yeah, no, he knows. He'll be here. He just got wrapped up. Ogitume, who's the Japanese runner who keeps pushing the game, like literally translated all of his notes and things to English and made like RNG calculator within the notes. So like he gave it to Palmer, and Palmer's like finally getting a chance to run it. So I'm not gonna take that one from him.
They've been breaking the hell out of that game.
it's wacky anyway. That game's so fucking broke. Anyway, so here's the deal. Palmer usually, honestly at this point I even prefer he just kind of shows up, has no idea what's going on because he plays a really fucked up drunk character.
It's a meme and in character, yeah.
Go ahead, Trad, take it away.
Hi.
What's up, Dad? Yep.
So,
I know it's your
last
favorite
week,
sport.
we came back after our interim to a Beans the Dragon who has acquired the ability to not only look like a person, but
And
also
cheers,
talk,
Gluda.
which is kind of big. He pitched the idea of traveling around and trying to find all of the tap constructs, trying to break the ones you can find. Because if the enemies are trying to basically access these in order to weaken the shield around Demecia to get into Demecia, you can put a stop to that by breaking them before they, or maybe even after they get there.
That's where we want to go.
Aside from that, whether or not that is what you wind up choosing to do entirely, you did go down into the Brenzlagen tombs and break the one down there to no apparent ill effect. And then there's a group packed up and left. Went back to Oakenbluff to reunite with Nibs, who was at the Church of Cord, and then struck out west towards Railsburg to find more information and more allies, and maybe a path to some more taps. On the way, of course, because nothing can ever be really easy, y'all ran into trouble. Now, before we jump back into, because we are actually in the middle of combat here, I have a point to make for the coming chapter or two. So aside from what's put in front of you guys, you should all be kind of starting to think about and advocating for your own character's shit as you move forwards and seek allies and info. Most, if not all of you, have backgrounds that can be followed up on in this idea, in this quest, but it's going to require some agency on your parts to consider options and follow through. As an example, Nibs
That's
has
for me. And
no.
I need to write my back.
Well, I'll get to that in a moment. But as an example, we have Nibs. Nibs has a Church of Cord and knows more or less where a number of their temples are. You can go and ask for help from each, but convincing them, much less finding or traveling with them, is going to be hard to do alone. So while, yeah, there's likely going to be one in Railsburg, others are smaller, scattered, some even hidden. So if he doesn't ask me, the party, and, people on the street, you're not going to go to try to go find them. You're not going to just trip on many, if any. And the same holds true for all
Dude,
of
my
you.
hair
You
is
guys
so rough, Dad.
So functionally,
It's so
this means
rough.
that you guys, like Alec just started to say, who have vague, half-written backstories,
Trad's
you've got a
beard
good
is
reason
growing
and
very
opportunity to
full,
flesh it
though.
out some. You're gonna have to talk to each other as a group and make some decisions on actions. And last week was kind of the tutorial on that because you decided as a group what to do about the whole, Beans' pitch about the taps and go down and destroy the first one. That was good. That was the beginnings of that. you're gonna have to choose your actions and destinations without rolling fucking persuasion on each other. I don't think any of you are super uncreative types, so I'm not trying to like squeeze any blood from stones. You don't also have to give me a whole lot to go on. Like most of you, I have enough idea of your backstory, even just from a couple of lines to, okay, I know what you can do, but it still is up to you to decide in the end, like, oh, I want to follow this through. I want to chase this down. I want to go find this. Some of it's going to feel kind of like interim-y type stuff, but now that this is like group goals, it's going to be more group-y. Does that make sense?
To some extent, yeah.
Aye.
Okay. Just ask questions in and out of game, sort with the rest of the group, and make sure you give me enough wording to throw some maps together because, fuck. In a perfect world, I'd see this chapter and maybe the next as 1 or 2 main quests with 7 nicely balanced side quests, leaving the whole group stronger, more connected to each other and the world as a whole, and more supported by their current and past choices and actions. Yeah, like that's possible. It's doable. Group effort. Group effort. Speaking of being more connected to the world around you, we are here, and there's an asshole who is still alive. Because while you were camping, you had a dude riding one of the adolescent green dragons swoop in. You managed to take out the green dragon himself, almost at the cost of about a quarter of the party.
Yeah, we got our shit fucked.
At the moment,
me and Silas account for a quarter of the party now.
Athos is half-life. Beans is almost down to half-life. Nibs is kind of fucked up. Palmer's at about half-life.
Can we get a party HP total?
Yeah, party HP total.
Not
here.
looking hot.
Yeah.
No.
As reminders too, I mean, Palmer's not here, but whoever who controls him, at 9, he has 9 rounds left on his Aura of Vitality, and Flavia, I think the 3 is because you're on your 3rd round of Fury.
Correct.
That sounds right. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Did you ever include Beans in the party HP?
Did I? I don't know. No, I did not. He is 53 of 80.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, he took a hit or 2.
Yeah, I think he got some of the poison gas breath.
Poison. Oh no.
Well, poison gas breath doesn't necessarily mean poison.
Not poison.
Oh no. So the question this round is: do I try to get people up with healing, or do I take a shot at this jag off?
I don't know. Fucking. Let's see how it plays out. I think Beans starts.
Beans does start, and Beans is going to actually make that problem a little bit easier to solve for you.
Yeah, we good, B-Sox. Thank you so much for the resub.
He's going to drop
3
Cure
whole
Wounds on
months.
Drake.
Enjoy your new sub badge. Shelby and I are going through some stuff right now. She's hurting, dude. She's suffering.
Yeah, I heard.
Feeling like, she's a crazy person. She's
Well,
not.
it's 1d8
She's
plus
just
spell casting, which is okay.
having
so-
some chemical imbalances and dealing with some shit. And she's fighting,
Is he casting it at a higher
and
level?
she's gonna get
Nah,
better.
he's just going to take it, do it at base level.
Gotcha. I'll take those 7 hit points. Thank you.
Yeah, 7
1,
hit
2,
points,
3,
2,
4,
2,
5,
and then he's just going to end his turn right there, actually. Leaving his turn. Now... Gonna be a scoot right there and some attacks on
Don't forget
Otto.
his speed is still halved.
His speed is still half. Oh, actually, that's a very good point. I forgot he was slower.
That's why he has the snail.
Yep. No, thank you for reminding. Okay. So 15. Shit. that is not a lot of move for him, huh?
No. Oh no. What is he gonna do? He can dash.
Nah, he's gonna scoot there, and it's only 1 attack, right? Because it's slow.
Hey, we got a Palmer.
That's what he's doing.
That's
Just 1 attack.
That's at Atos.
Alright.
So he scoots back there, tries to take a shot, and then he gets what, a wisdom save against slow, and then it's gonna be a silence.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Was he? He wasn't feared in my aura, was he?
No, he's like 30 feet away from you. 40 feet.
Okay, cool. No, yeah, and he did a full round disengage, I assume. Okay, cool.
He wasn't actually in range of you. I backed him up. Yeah.
Okay, okay. We'll go then.
Yes, wisdom save the others. All right. So
That's a fail.
He's so slow.
Sure is. Heavily wounded bird is up.
Heavily.
He has a name.
Yeah, bloody.
I gotta talk to my artist because he's actually supposed to be red, not blue. According to lore, anyway.
That's a Photoshop job.
That's 3 minutes of work.
Yeah.
3.
I guess Silas wouldn't think that there's any need to warn anybody. He's not going to put his life in danger. But like, if he sees, is Silas allowed to take the help action to help me with something specific on my turn?
Depends on what the thing is. Wait,
Yep.
he has to do it on his turn. But yeah, it depends on what the thing is.
Can I have him grab a potion out of my pack and I use an action to down it?
I believe we've done this before. Well, there's always an action for you to down it. What did we decide he can give up his turn to make it a bonus action to down
basically,
it?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we did
what it
that.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Silas will give up his turn to grab a potion out of my pack, and when it comes to my turn, I'll use that bonus action to down it.
Okay.
All right.
And that's his turn.
Step of the wind into his face. So I'm a step of the wind.
Oh yeah, Nibs, you fine. Give him the rat-a-tat.
Yeah, go for that.
All right, rolling the D8.
Do it.
For clarity's sake, the dragon is dead,
Yeah.
right?
The dragon is dead.
Yeah, it got smited.
The dragon was marked. He's at negative 21 hit points.
Does
whenever,
16 hit? Does a 16 hit?
16 does not.
Even with slow.
Wait, remember his AC is -2.
Correct.
Okay.
Slow. Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yep. Thank you for reminding me.
That's a nat 1. Do I get to re-roll that with lucky?
Yeah, you
You
do. I
can.
thought.
Yes, I do. Lucky.
There you go.
Lucky.
Finally, good use of it first thing, right?
It's the first time he's used it.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Oh
hell yeah,
shit.
let's go.
Way to go.
You got this.
It's a crit fail to a crit success. Holy
Those
shit.
are the best rolls. Come on.
All right. Let's do this. 8 plus 6. That's 14 damage, stunning strike.
Okay, 14 stunning strike. Wisdom or con for stunning? I keep forgetting.
Wizzy
Yeah,
Wiz.
I fucking know.
He's stunned. He's slowed and
Oh,
stunned.
baby, that's the good shit. Come on, Nibs.
Oh, I'm done. That's it. My turn. I use my
Now,
bonus.
hold on. He is stunned. For at least the next turn and a half, plus the slow on top of
dead.
it.
He's dead.
Yeah.
You guys could probably exit combat and handle this as you like.
Yeah.
He's physically incapable of going anywhere.
The way his tongue is cut out. Can I look really like? Can I? Just...
Correct. He tongueless.
Drag him over.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Let's...
Tongueless.
Drain his life essence.
It's time for Torture Squad.
Drake is just going to just plop on the ground, grab Silas, and just heal the both of them to the best of their ability, to the best of his ability.
I don't have to heal.
Like I'll burn that potion.
Hold on. Palmer has 9 rounds. We're about to see.
Yeah, Palmer's got 9 rounds of his heal thing, but he's not
don't-
not actually in
don't-
chat
don't
yet.
potion
So
save it.
Yeah, we're fine. We can deal with that when it comes up.
is that enough? Is that enough healing to just heal everybody just outright?
We
Oh,
also
no.
use
No,
dice-
probably not.
We're about to take a long rest, so everyone use heal spots to get everyone up. We could even use hit dice, like just use spells.
I'd say long rest at this point.
Where we are right now. Are we gonna also? That's
And
There
there
it
it
is.
Hey, Palmer.
I mean, it's
Palmer.
good scales and stuff. Should we like? Cut
Oh
the
yeah,
thing
we will cut him up. We will butcher. We will cut, and then we will.
Yo,
Because
my boy's fucking swoogie. Yo, Bonesy, Kunk, how are ya? Welcome in, everybody. Taberlin. You guys
What am I hearing?
don't know our boy Swoog. Hey BDD,
Oh, that was
Charms,
totally me. I
Deadman
apologize. That
J,
was
the
totally
legend
me.
Deadman J.
That was you.
Astros, how are you? You guys don't know
Thank you.
Swoog. Give him some
I
love.
vote we move off
Absolutely
the
wonderful,
side road into the
wonderful,
forest or as close as we
wonderful
can get,
UK
and we camp
broadcaster.
without fire.
My boy Swoog. I'm sorry I don't get to hang out in your chat as much as I want to. You're a cool dude, and I would like to spend more time like interacting with you. Life's a little crazy right now, but I'll see what I can do in the future.
You're not really in the middle of the plains.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
kind of
trying. I appreciate the love and support. Yo, Spud Sled. What an awesome name.
Yeah, you're not far off the road.
Okay, we're gonna go further.
And you have a cool
with
run
with the river, you know, you're pretty much between the road and the river.
I
It's
think
not
so.
that
We're
wide
going
of
through
a
some
stretch.
stuff, but we're trying.
You could go
being
further,
positive.
but, you know.
And we're gonna get there. I look very tired and cryy because I spent most of my day tired and cryy. It's okay.
No, we have.
But I got to see my dad today. He came down. I helped him with his taxes a little bit. I can finish those up for him tomorrow. Yeah, just, I will say, mate, use the resources you have available to you. There's so many hotlines and helplines out there for when you're feeling strange and not healthy.
Or I don't know if Flavia has a higher wisdom or a higher survival check.
And I know you took a week off of the social medias and the streams and just doing your thing, so welcome back. I hope you had a terrific stream. And tonight we are hanging out with our good buddies, playing some Dungeons and Dragons. It may not be the most action-packed thing to, you know, I'm normally a speedrunner, I do casual stuff. But yeah, we have 5e D&D.
I'll be getting expertise at some point, but
we're joined by Fabled Speedster, Carrie Palmer, and Alec K47.
26.
Man, you really know about
We have our good friend Smithy Digsby, Traditionology as DM, Fabled Speedrunner, world record holder as well, Roy Zoga, Magnificent Q, and our good personal friend Rokilla.
With that check,
And we got a crazy party. He just lost his character on Friday. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you re-rolling?
The liver. What's the liver? I don't know, but it tastes good.
Look it up anyway.
We our current makeup is, I believe we have a ranger, a monk.
Perfect.
Actually, let me check. Yeah, we have a paladin, myself as a fighter rogue mix, a barbarian rogue, a monk, bard, a ranger, and a pet. Party split in the boss fight. Yep, dude, we almost died the last time we did that.
Can I get some healing from me and my bird?
Do you know what character you're going to be re-rolling, or what class you're going to be rolling as? Re-rolling as? I can barely speak.
We're into the fight immediately.
Combat ended fast, yeah.
Split the cheeks, not the party.
Are we out of combat?
Yes.
Yup.
Okay.
Yo, how was Beyond the Beyond?
Silas and I could use some help.
Team USA coming in clutch.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Cool. What
Yeah,
what
hey,
what
give
class
me
were
the
you
group
playing before?
HP thing.
Because I don't think I got a chance to check out your campaign.
Yes.
Alright.
This is our party HP.
2d6 to
Barbarian.
Silas.
Ooh.
2d6 to
Alec is our barbarian with some rogue class as well, which is it's a really nice cross multi-class setup.
That's
Are
11.
you playing 5e? I assume it's generally either 5e Pathfinder or 3.5.
Left, right, yeah.
Mhm.
7 left.
7?
Yeah, no. Hey, each charge is a 2d6.
Can I roll 22? Yeah, dude, I like roll 20.
Yeah, that's
They don't
Yeah,
like us
so,
enough to put us in their
another
spotlight, but
2d6
it's
to
something to look
Silas.
into if you want to like get it out there.
7.
Oh, Deadman J's the DM. Cool.
I'll give 4d6 to Atos.
It's okay. Chad's tried to kill me a few times.
Ooh.
That's two.
Not a good roll, but it's fine.
So I should be at 1, 2, 8,
wasn't my
7,
fault.
6, 5. Get 5. Give me
That's the way it be.
4d6 to Drake. Now I should be at 3.
Yep.
Fine, you don't need me.
Wow.
Damn.
What are these rolls tonight?
Alright, 2d.
Silver.
Wow, that's a lot of ones.
There's a lot of ones.
Alright, so 4d6 to Drake, and then 2d6 to Atos.
I have to. Someone at some point remind me to shoot an email to my guy Simon.
You know
Probably
what?
right before I go to bed because it'll be
How do I
noon
get
for
rid of
him.
this
I'm
thing
actually
on
having pins made, and I just wanted to check on production status.
I'll hit Silas and Atos
Yeah.
with
We split the party and we almost got wiped out by
both at
Displacer
second
Beast
level.
and a Sorcerer. Like, it was bad.
Yo, real shit.
Yep.
Aura Vitality slaps.
It really does. That's Atos. You get 9 healing.
Yep. Alex been playing for a while. This was my first campaign, and we started this like over a year ago, I think, and it's changed hands a couple of times. And it's been really fun. It's really been a cool learning experience, and I've learned to think outside the box a little bit more, which really helps me.
Let me put this way. Actually,
And Sunday nights has been really fun just to kind of kick back and just cut loose. It's been really helpful.
I was talking with Beans, and then I heard flapping. I thought it was I didn't know whether it was something dangerous, so I figured that I'd send Silas out to scout it. Then that dragon landed, and then all hell broke loose.
So, you're aware of your job as a scout, yes? You're aware that if there is even a potential threat, you alert the others that you are scouting, yes?
What is the definition of a potential threat,
it is.
though?
Oh, he wasn't.
That flapping could have been anything from a vulture to a bat to a dragon.
Yeah, he was
It is nice to just hit it. So there's something really cool that Q or Atos and I have been working on, and I'm really hoping we can make it to the next city and kind of get it done tonight. I did some research into some homebrew stuff for 5e and tried to okayed it, and it's actually pretty interesting. I hope we can pull it off. I need to find it though.
Big enough monster to warrant, you know, a warning.
Second. He had one action to react to it.
Oh, he did? Okay, so he chose that. Okay, that's fine.
He chose to send the bird forward to see if he could figure out what was going on, which is actually doing pretty much what you're telling him he should do.
So what were you streaming tonight, Swoop?
That's fine. Regardless,
You were doing
dead, so
FF9. I assume your run died to something silly.
I'll do better.
Sorry, I like completely. I remember I came in and said hi, good luck, and then like.
oh no, yes, no, sending out the bird, absolutely a good idea. It's just, in this case,
Silas
what we got.
wouldn't agree with that entirely.
Oh, no,
Silas is scowling at
Yeah,
both of us right
yeah,
now.
he just got tired. It's okay. I was supposed to do 15 run.
Unfortunately, I don't think the dragon agrees with your
Yeah,
sentiment.
you need to. I was trying to run FF15 today, and I made a bonehead mistake, and then I was upset about my bonehead mistake.
I'm pretty sure we killed him.
And then I needed to take care of IRL stuff, so I didn't even make it out of chapter. I barely made it out of chapter.
Make sure you note that they are green dragon scales and claws.
I think I have too. I'm not sure how much up you've been on my Nier Automata grind, but I like.
Oh yeah, if you want to carry that.
I'm losing focus a lot, and I know there's a lot of outward influence on it, but like that game has been a serious grind. I love it as a speedrun, but holy fuck, is it
And if you're wondering
punishing?
why am I picking up everything?
It is brutal.
Not you, Atos. I'm talking about
Nibs.
picking
Oh,
things up over here.
that's up between you and Nibs, man.
Why would the chef decide what cut of meat he wants?
When you put it like that, so
Dude, it's crazy.
I don't tell you how to scout. Don't tell me how to go.
Yeah, and I mean, I can do better.
also,
Top
you
3
know-
for Nier Automata, I fucking wish, dude. If I was top 3 in Nier Automata, I'd be like strutting around town naked, telling people how amazing I
I
am.
want to go to sleep.
Right now, later.
I am, I think, in 19th.
Nibs likes any competition ever. And if you
Which, to
start-
be fair, there are like 200 runners on the board or something insane like that. But I am sub 128, and to be honest, don't really expect to get like a sub 130 unless you put about 200 to 400 hours into the
I
game.
haven't checked inventory.
Like,
since,
it's
but-
No, you're fine.
It's
we did it
fucking
while you weren't
serious.
here.
And world record is
do it while I'm
a
not here. By all means, just
122.08, I think, and is about to be a sub 121 if Ame keeps pushing, which is insane. Like literally, that it's basically almost a task run at this point.
Yeah, I know that.
Like,
I know that we've already passed.
terrifying levels of execution and perfection. I'm just slow. I need to like take time and relax and kind of focus on that game, and I just haven't been able to really give it the attention that I need to. It's, to be honest, my first serious game that I'd say that I've ran, like that actually has serious fucking routing put into it. So it like kind of like how FF9 is. Now FF9 is super heavily routed. There are already people with super optimal times. So like it's not like you can just be like, well, I really don't have too much of a competition, so my time's good.
7th.
Like
Okay, I'll keep
it's
that rule,
big
then
boy
we'll just deal with
speedrun
it.
area.
Yeah, so you've got exactly 2 weeks before that happens. So
That's perfectly fine. We'll just keep the roll I made.
worth noting that on that day there's actually a court
Absolutely,
holiday.
it's fun.
That is actually really
Super
cool. Yeah.
fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next,
I would recommend it as
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you just want to try it like an ARPG speedrun.
think
It's
it is
pretty
only
cool.
twice a year.
Like just being
I'm
able to
checking
like
though real
break
quick.
the shit out of a game. It's
No, that's
so
fine. It's just
fun.
No, I think it's back 4 times a year.
If you want to
4
get
times a year,
serious about it,
there's
you need to
2
kind of
full moons.
Yeah,
be
so that's why I
prepared
was
and
asking,
frustrated
was just because I
90% of the
remember you said
time.
that by the time we got back, that would have already passed, and it was my job to keep track.
Can I get
Yeah,
a?
that was my guess as to how long everything was going to
Can I-
take. Plus, I still didn't know how long it was going to take you to do the return trip. I had not decided on how the return was
Can we get a weight on these spoils here and who's taking them?
I think a while ago we figured out how much.
We did. I didn't write it down because I'm a fucking smooth brain.
That's what I was hoping. I figured.
Have you seen that meme about playing Yoko Taro games and it shows like a person that hasn't played Yoko Taro games with like it's like a cross section of a human and like the brain's hanging out, and then people that have played it and it's the same brain but it's actually 2B's butt.
Great. No.
I'll find it.
No. On a note for future reference, dragon claws weigh about 3/5 of a pound, and a dragon scale weighs a pound. Is what you said, Trad. So we're just going with that.
Sure. That
Out
sounds
of
like a
character
heavy for a
question
single
for
dragon
Trad.
tail, but
Out of character question for Trad: is the book so you want us to train a dragon still with the party?
I don't know. Is it in the party inventory?
I don't. I have it in
I have
Matt's
it, yeah, I have it,
handout.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's
Party,
in the party
party
inventory.
inventory does not mention it. So unless it's actually in someone's inventory, then
I have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still have it apparently. So yeah, it's around.
Because I wasn't sure whether Brave gave that book to Atos or Flavia.
I swear you threw it at someone though.
I did throw it at someone.
No. I swear that Atos threw it. At
Yeah, no,
someone.
I did,
love
and then
it.
they gave it back, I guess. 'cause
It's
still
yeah.
have it
I
in my
think the
notes.
biggest thing
No, I
is
threw it
it's
at Atos. He threw it back at me.
learned
and
a
I just
lot
gave it to
about
him.
my
Yeah, there we go.
tenacity
That must be.
and
If
effort
that is what
as a
happened, then that
human.
explains everything. That book has been through hell, man.
I want to get good
Yeah,
at
so you
it,
still have
and I my hard goal is 126, which puts me into like the top 15. And there's not a lot of people that shuffle around. The people that are in that
I'm asking this
area will
process
move
sake.
around.
Would that book have any information on the weight?
They're
of
just gonna be
skills and stuff like that?
attractive. I am
Probably not.
maybe
It was
smart,
not a
but definitely not
biology book,
attractive.
It was less a biology.
Appreciate it.
Like,
We'll get there.
treatise and more,
We'll get there,
this
and
is
as
how
things
you
settle
do
down
that.
here, I'm sure
Social.
I'm sure there's a big old
Fair
PB
enough.
just ready to get uncorked, considering my sum of best is 5 minutes
If I remember
faster than my
correctly.
fucking
I could
PB.
be misremembering, but the
I
point
would like
is,
to set up a
I lie, it's actually 4, but still, for my time, that's insane.
Smoking. I could set up smoking with a light fire.
actually, yeah, like right, yeah, like
with no light, right? They
You
would
need
show
a
up-
super enclosed space
Correct. So there would be
and
no.
a lot of time.
Like Palmer's butthole.
You can do it. You can do some amount of smoking like overnight. 12 hours is enough to smoke a lot of things.
does anyone
Here's a fun one, Trad. You'd appreciate this. I learned this from I want to say Diesel Boy or somebody like that. You can make like a baby smoker with one of those little air pumps. You seen it? Do you know what a miniature smoker is? Yeah, which is like a small hotel pan.
Yeah, just cover some things and just like pump fucking any way you can get smoke into that enclosed space.
Yeah.
We'll turn it.
Does anyone have the Does anyone have the one of those you summon
Dude,
the,
if I dropped a 125 out of nowhere,
Does anyone have
I
an
guarantee
example
that
of
would
the,
be one of the
those,
most watched videos
the
ever.
spells where you create like a miniature hut or something like that?
That would be a Palmer.
Roy, I fucking PB'd in 7R, okay? I choked the end, but I'm getting down there. I told you I'd run in until at least 6:30.
The use of
I
that.
need your drugs.
Yeah.
What about my drug?
I
No, we don't need your.
Wait, no, I want to see how this plays out.
Fuck it, all right, hold on.
No, I want to make a smoke. Guys, stop getting off. I want to make a smoker right now. Come on, stop it. You guys are derailing my smoking the meats. You guys suck.
I mean, are you willing to stay up all night and smoke?
Yeah, you can't, dude. If
Why
you're
are you
smoking, you
smoking
can't
meat
sleep,
now?
dude.
Why are you smoking meat now when you were just you were just asleep? Not
I've never
even.
smoked meat. Does it fuck you up?
Not that
It's
kind
a
of stuff.
fine fuck off. There we go.
Thank you, Palmer. I was waiting for that.
All right.
Yeah, it'll get there.
I could use it on that.
It'll
just
get
feels like
there.
Kind of a waste of that
Trust
one
me.
ability.
I don't
So,
give up easy.
Hold on.
What
We're
else
cooking
do you
dragon
It
meat.
does feel like a waste. That's why I suggested it.
Why not? Use it. If you're gonna
Use
do
it on something stupid instead of something useful.
Also,
Wait,
Carrie
what are we-
Palmer's
what are we
character
trying
in
to
this
do?
game
I might have
is
to-
fabulous, and we have
Too bad for you,
created
Chad.
all
I
sorts
made
of
my
new
wisdom. Yeah,
incredible
my wisdom
drugs
saved
for
me.
him to abuse. It's
Against
great.
Um,
smoker. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we trying to do? I might be able to. I might have something in my package we can use. What's up?
We need something that's not that basically you're trying to.
I have silk rope 50 foot.
Would something? Can I use a casket?
Like bind it to the.
Ooh, that could work.
Can I use a casket for my brewer supplies? Would I be able to do something like that?
Wait, are you carrying around a cask right now? Cask, not casket. A casket is what you bury someone in. A cask.
I've also been excited because we've been casualing near
I would think
Gestalt
that
again,
the,
and I'm glad I
that we
can
have, like, a-
showcase that game to people. Gestalt, being the precursor to Automata, has a beautiful, beautiful dark story as well.
Wooden cask would be difficult because it could, but
We'll do this tomorrow. We'll sleep now, and then we'll do it tomorrow. So let's sleep now.
But like, my brewer supplies come with a cask. So
yeah, no, I'm saying it's a wooden cask, which you want to use to put a bunch of like coals and hot stuff in.
No, it's gonna just.
well, I think that people have made barbecues out of wooden stuff before, haven't
Yeah,
they?
but they usually treat it with some other stuff.
Yeah, it's usually a treated hardwood, and it's more of a smoker than it is a.
That's what we want.
Well, that's what we want.
That's what he wants, the smoker. And that's the thing is, what I didn't want to get. You could technically use like a barrel or a cask or something as a smoker. I
But
guess.
your cask is gonna be ruined. It's gonna be ruined.
Yeah, but I can get a
We're gonna ruin
replacement.
it.
I can get a replacement in town. That's fine.
We'll set it up tomorrow. And
Roll a
Yeah,
wisdom save
And
to
make
see
a
if
feast
you
of it.
can figure out-
we'll set it up.
Let's get somewhere. Let's get somewhere safe and make a feast of it.
Let's not camp in the middle of the. Let's
We're
not
going.
camp
All right,
close to the road.
Chad, take us there and let's go.
Yep,
Take,
we're good.
take, no. Well, I don't have a different campsite set up.
I
for
know
you
we
guys,
use the
so
same one, but less light or whatever. We sleep. Anything happens.
I don't have one set up with less light.
I'm still keeping
And
watch.
once again, thank you, Sweet. I hope you get yourself some rest, you beautiful, beautiful human. I appreciate it.
Why do I need a babysitter?
You need
Because
to
of what
sleep.
happened last.
It was your watch anyway. Your watch is over by this time. You need to go to sleep.
He's
Fine.
correct.
You have to sleep other get exhaustion.
I'll do it.
There we go.
Wood camp.
Good. Go, Kenzie.
Go for it.
Roll your
Oh, I
percent,
know what
or
happened.
what do you
I'm waiting for Trad to tell me.
Nope. Sorry, I was trying to see if I actually had a different version. of
Anything.
that. I don't. No, I mean,
So
yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check if you're going to be the second watcher.
Well, any fucking day now.
Not bad.
Much appreciated.
Not
I took some time out to chat with our good friend Fat Man as well.
Random D20. Oh no.
And you know, I think
No,
it's
you,
as shitty as this year has been. I think it's been great because a lot of us
Not
on
long
Twitch
before,
have really
dawn
banded
breaks.
together and decided to grow our
Hear more
communities,
flapping.
and not in a selfish way. Like, yeah, I want to
Whatever
get
comes
bigger and better,
close.
but I've also reached out to more people
Very
and been more
distant.
social to people.
You never even
And
see
I love
anything.
this weird
By the time
kind
it
of
starts to get light enough
circular
outside,
community
stop
that's
hearing.
starting to suck in. Like, you know, Fat Man and I used to drink on Fridays. Now he's hanging out
Once the
with you
sun is up
guys, and he's hanging out
daylight hits
with
the earth, you don't hear
2chan
anything until,
and Daniel RGT and Bobby Blacktastic. It's fucking, it's awesome.
I
I
don't know if it's a
love
little bit
it.
last week. It's
that shit
late,
reminds me. I
it's
wanted to
winter
see
right
Bobby
now,
last
but
week.
you're also in a relatively temperate area. So it's not like super snowy. It's relatively cold out, but you're not dealing with like what you were seeing.
It's Miami in December.
Miami.
There we go. We got it.
Hey, Trad, have you been updating the calendar at all?
I just jumped a
Just the old Amara, right? We're on the old Amara.
Yeah.
Double dare. Doubling dare.
It would have mattered to Brave Lee.
Yeah, that would have mattered if you're playing.
All for your birthday? What? there was a thing here.
Oh, we all remember the calendar together.
I know where it is. I found it. I was like, I know it's in here in the handout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm the only one that really keeps track of this stuff.
The knitting circle,
I usually forget
yeah.
to
I mean,
update it for a
it's
couple weeks
important. The thing is, as
We got it.
Actually, I
as
guess
streamers,
technically
it's
the
really
morning one's
tough.
up and
It
down.
is really tough because
Alright,
So,
so
yeah, towers and trebuchets.
Well, I did. I said it was kind of like
Yeah.
kind of like Oregon Trail style.
It's
like,
all good.
It's
I'll
a
have to
lot.
swing by.
How much
I need
can
to
you
get in
carry?
your Discord.
so as much as we can carry.
The thing is, I'm like in so many Discords. So my goal for me
Yeah,
this week is I'm gonna figure out a Discord that I don't use and get rid of it, or like let go of a game that I don't speedrun anymore and I don't need to be in the Discord for. I will hunt yours down. I will come say hi.
So we're making dragon
Because
sticks.
I do really love your community.
Flavia can take about
Yeah, I remember when like you were still going through like your housing thing and you were like cooking burgers on the beach and shit, or like just sitting outside of that cafe drinking like fucking
If
mojitos.
you want, we can load up my horse.
And it was just
again.
like, dude, this
We
is
do
so
have my
cool.
war horse, who is
Like it
very
was
good at
such
carrying.
it was so fun.
We can
Guys,
absolutely-
I mean, I'm sure it was a fucking terrible time for you, but like I remember that. I was like, dude, this dude's like going through some shit, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna cook burgers on the beach and hang out with my bros, and like that's like a positive mental thing that I'm
Yeah, we'll
like
take it.
attached to.
Fuck yeah.
you guys take it.
Alright.
We'll take a little extra, we'll be fine. Besides, that's what the horse is
This is all
basically.
based off my survival check,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
I remember trying to teach you how
Yes.
to like cook
Okay, wanted
burgers
to make sure.
or something. Like you're having trouble getting the charcoal lit.
That was good. Well, I mean, it's cold out, but it looks like raw meat's gonna spoil pretty quick into the next day.
That ain't breakfast.
Tonight, or we should cook it in the morning. Well, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna at least sear it this morning. All right.
Alright.
I'm gonna bet Trad. You're gonna roll for cooking.
Yes.
Can I assist them?
I sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
get an assist on that roll, please.
Yeah. No, we did it.
28's pretty massive. Yeah. You don't fuck any of them up. Good job.
Nice job.
Alright, so I'm like searing it, just like cooking them, and then we'll steak it up later.
If you at least, all right, I'll put it this way, Chad, you can back me up. If you at least get it up to temperature, it should be okay. I mean, afterwards, as it cools, bacteria can come in, but it's less likely to spoil, I guess, per se.
A little. Yeah, you still probably want to do something real with it within a day.
I've left this, we got a pizza yesterday, and I haven't refrigerated it. I'm gonna go eat a slice right now to prove my point.
Wait, a slice of what?
Pizza.
A slice of pizza.
Yes, because pizza is the same thing as fucking raw ass meat, you son of a bitch. Pizza's literally made of a bunch of prepared, fully cooked ingredients. No, let me compare that to this seared tuna I have.
I'll eat raw tuna. I have some in the fridge.
There's also a dragon that we're talking about, man.
You listen here, motherfucker, with your serve safe.
Also dragon. These are dragon flanks we're talking about. It's not like it's a boar or turkey or something like that.
Poke sounds dude. There's a place near, I'm sorry, our local supermarket does poke bowls, and I honestly have never had one.
Worth a shot.
I know it's basically just like deconstructed sushi for the most part, but I would like to try it sometime. I just, whenever we go grocery shopping, I try not to get ready-made food because
I've seared 20 pounds.
I feel lazy and like that's defeating the point of it.
However,
However, I desperately miss being able to do it. So our local grocery store has like a pub in it, and they make really good food. And generally, what Shelby and I would do is like we'd get up on like Saturday and go grocery shopping and have lunch at the pub and just sit and have a beer and talk.
I guess you could put it in
And I miss it. We haven't been able to do that in fucking 3 months. Like,
We'll find out.
it's weird for like basically what's a full-time streamer.
It goes to the Astral Sea or the Astral
don't like being locked in the
It goes
house.
somewhere, let's put it that way.
No, even though I have a full-time job as well.
I have no idea how to.
At least my hair looks cool, like the gradation. I look like an anime character. I can't see shit, so
You asked for
Dragon
me,
Chili
we
and
got you what
Mixer
you
and-
wanted.
asked for the prime cuts. You're like, no, it's
I love that we're wasting 20 minutes on this. This is fucking awful, dude. I just want to get to Railsburg and do
We're
like
ready
cool
to start
shit.
that entire chain of restaurants.
Hey, Carrie, you want to smoke some meat?
I always want to smoke.
All right, tonight.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, boys.
enjoy the prime. We're gonna move, and then tonight we're gonna try and set up the smoke for the rest of it. We can do all at once.
Vape niche.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you guys do decide to derail and open a restaurant, I will 100% support.
I don't think this is what we planned on in our backstories, but
No, fuck it.
wait. Why don't we just make like a cafe, like 7 Deadly Sins? It'll be perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I want to be Bond.
Or we could do it in Critical Role and open up a bakery.
Yeah. Well, no, they already did that.
They did? Well,
Yeah, they
I have
opened
to
up
show
a
the
bakery.
world my invention, the synthesizer. It's gonna change music.
yeah, Critical Role do that?
Did Homer really invent the synthesizer?
Did
Yeah.
not.
Well,
Yes,
no,
I did.
Are you seriously allowing him to invent the synthesizer?
I don't think
The synthesizer takes electricity, and we don't have that.
Yeah, we do. We have thunder. We have
What is
thunder
But
stuff.
frenzy electric.
Yeah, he's got magic.
Magic.
Oh wow.
What do
Okay.
you think he's been doing with all his magic, dude?
All right. So, we cook for 3 hours and then we walk. We go back to the over map. So we got 3 hours less of the day, and then we're moving. Then we smoke everything.
I want to check something.
Do we want to take a whole day of this? Wait. Do we want to take a whole day of this? Up to you guys. What do you think?
I'd say let's get out of the range of the ranging territory of Renval right now, just so we don't have another repeat. And
not
then
even close to it.
You're
that's where-
pretty far from that.
it's more of my own paranoia about it, but I prefer to be further away than that.
We are that's a crap ton.
Still not far enough.
You
in my
realize that a dragon can fly about 60 miles a day?
You realize you spent 3 weeks in Brenswagen, which is less than half the distance in terms of like how far away you are.
Also, I guess we all full healed, all spells back. We're good.
We're Gucci.
All right. So I'm down for making a whole day of this and just cooking all this meat.
I'm happy to, yeah.
Hey,
So while I'm searing the meat, you guys set up the smoker and get the smoker ready.
How old of you to assume that we still have a smoker?
bold of you to assume that I'm gonna have to make a brewer's skill check, a brewer's supplies check to make a smoker.
Well, you offered.
If you have a whole day to do it, a smoker's not that complicated a thing to do with just
Swoop,
some
get some
It would
rest.
just take, like, a
Sorry, I
wisdom
just saw
check
this.
with
Some
free
like
load.
sidetracking.
You're literally just standing.
Yeah, let's catch up. I hope you're well. Get some rest.
Little cube
Kick
of
back,
stones and
relax,
just make these holes.
and enjoy.
Who wants to make a wisdom check?
Glavinus, yeah, the Glavinus.
No.
But yeah, if you once again, if you guys don't know Swoop, make sure you give him a follow.
And probably
He
like a
is
survival
a
check to
really,
be able to
really,
build with that.
really
Once you have
cool
the idea,
streamer.
that's enough for anybody.
There's his information. He does speed runs. He does social stuff. He does labs.
Yeah, no, for
He
what
does
it's worth,
Dungeons and Dragons. Really, really,
you know, for
really,
what it's worth, any meat
really
that we
cool
don't
dude.
use,
Give him some
I'm
love.
just gonna throw on my horse and we'll test it.
Thank
by
you so
putting
much for
it
bringing
into the
everyone
other
over.
route.
Well, if you guys really want to just work on like all of the meat you possibly can, with those checks, you have a pretty decent smoker. You could probably just spend the whole rest of the day and tonight here, and then tomorrow morning have it done.
So no need to make that, right?
That's more than
Yeah,
enough time.
fuck it. Can we move over
We're
to
setting up a restaurant, boys.
Hold on, can we move like the only request is that can we move like a little bit further? Can we move to this side a little bit more, and then we don't and not near the river, and then we'll be good. Thank you. There we go.
So is there need for my cask or no?
I don't think so, dude.
I mean, that's good wood. That's beer soaked wood. That's probably gonna be awesome. to
Well,
use
that's the
for-
thing. I don't know if
What we'll do, we'll break.
if a wooden cask is considered treated wood, as Alex said.
Yes.
Casks are treated, yes. They have to be. Generally, they're either new or charred, but they do have to have some sort of treatment on them to prevent from like rot and bacteria.
Yep,
Now,
exactly. You're leaving a liquid contact with it.
We probably shouldn't burn it. Then.
Especially
No.
if it's my only one.
yeah, I was about to say. Now, important question
We'll
here.
use
Where on Now, important question here. What kind of treatment is better for either flavor and / or just the purpose of this in case we ever have
Probably
to?
charring would be good. The thing. Okay, so here as a former alcoholic, here is your rundown. So new barrels, which are generally made from like new oak, is generally the move for that, because of its pliability and flexibility, is absorbent. And what happens is it kind of breathes as it's immersed in liquid. So it generally, we'll say for like Scotch's purpose or whiskey's purpose, it will be sucked in. And as the temperature, like these things are cellared for years at a time, it in the summer it expands and goes into the wood. In the summer, it contracts, so it's getting like the flavors, the terpenes, the tannins, everything that's in these woods as it goes through cyclical and temperature changes. With charred, it's not going to penetrate as much, but you already have that kind of smoky sealedness in there, so it's just going to pull away at the char, and that will also help color it more so than new barrels, staves will.
New NOU?
No, NEW. That's just Swoog saying no you.
So then which is better for the purpose of smoker?
Smoking, personal preference when it comes to smoking, I generally use cherry wood, like cherry chips, but I soak it in coffee for a day first. But smoking, you want to use fresh wood chips or fresh wood. You don't want to use charred stuff because you've already burnt the part of it off that you need.
Keo's dad has a point. Why don't we just call it
Yeah,
takeout?
just throw it in styrofoam containers. Let's fucking go.
So,
It was that easy.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything that's probably not helping? Do you want?
I have a cutting board.
I'm helping with the cooking.
Yeah, you're doing the.
I have a really nice cutting board.
I'm also supplying the cast, so.
I thought we weren't using the cask because we don't need it.
I don't know at this point.
I'm putting the prime meat.
Okay, I have a little bit of high quality pony brush we could smoke it on. Make some hallucinogenic meats.
I have the alcohol.
You could get high standing next to it, but it would just flavor it.
Yeah, probably not
I
great.
have some alcohol we can marinate.
Sorry.
In.
Hey, I have a question. Any of you nature buffs? I have a couple of black lotus seeds. Can you tell me what that would do?
I can make a nature check and see.
So I've been carrying these things around for like literally 6 months and have no idea what they do.
Would it be nature or investigation?
Nature. Okay, thank you.
20?
Tell me what they do.
Potion.
Well, wait. He would have to tell me what they do.
Yeah, Chad would have to tell you. That's fine.
Yeah, I just did potion reagent. Pretty expensive one too. Good for poisons.
Okay, poison. So we don't want to put that on meat. Let me see. Like,
wait.
You just realized.
I'm trying to decide whether this
Well,
is
depending on what you're trying to do, you might want to put it on me.
So, okay, look, just because I am the rogue that I am, I've been carrying around a bunch of weird shit for a while. So I don't know if I have anything that will help.
Any other weird plants you want me to identify?
I honestly think that's all I've got. I still got a bunch of weird shit, but it's not like for anybody to know about or use yet.
I'm just checking my own shit because I have like maybe no.
I haven't.
If anybody has any weird plant I need to identify,
would a particularly nice cutting board help?
I think you already gave that to Larry.
No, I didn't. I didn't. There was a reason I didn't give it to Larry, if you remember.
Because he was a dick about it? I don't know.
No, there's something on it that he wouldn't approve of.
No.
It may or may not be hot.
I know. Nips wouldn't care if it's hot.
Not temperature wise.
No, I know. I don't think he would care it's stolen. Nibs is neutral.
All right, here. Do you want a particularly nice cutting board to cut this up on?
Does it have the sign of Beck?
No, it has someone's family crest on it, on the bottom.
Wrong
Nibs
character.
goes by this.
Wrong character.
And if you're stupid enough to get your shit stolen, then you don't deserve the thing. Yeah.
That would be more neutral. That is definitely not good.
Dude, I wish. Dude, how much? Black Lotus still sells for like $6 to $8 grand, I think.
From a chaotic neutral standpoint, you just
That is a very chaotic neutral standpoint.
And I just want to say that characters can have different perspectives that don't fit their exact alignment, and it can work out to be okay over.
Yeah, it's
I know.
more the overarching line here.
All right. Well,
I see it as like if you couldn't hold on to your shit, you didn't deserve.
let's
it.
figure this out.
Also, remember,
Why don't we
way
ask
back to
why
the
don't we ask the
very
train the group of what you guys think would be best?
way back to the very start of the campaign, I said I play a little bit loose with alignment. It's a guide. It is not a rule.
All right.
I like it.
I say we move on to Railsburg. I have important shit to do there, and Kenzie has something very important that he needs to figure out how to unlock too.
No, I gotta show the world this.
Yeah, and
this
Palmer has to show everyone his
You're
synthesizer.
taking a day to do the cooking thing, according to Nibs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look, I can be around to assist if it will help speed up the process. I have a +3 to nature.
Well, this is a nature.
What's your
one.
nature
Or
score?
wait, what are we doing? Survival or
This is
survival? I only have a +1. If we need to roll again, I can assist, I guess. Let's just get this done and get it fucking moved on.
I already did the
We already
roll. The wisdom and the survival. We're good. Everything's
Yeah, we're done. We're really
Like everybody, if you want to help, you can roll your survival check. The more people who help, the quicker it'll do. But if anybody rolls low, then they're gonna fuck some up.
YOLO.
If one person
Good.
doesn't-
I just rolled a
well,
nat
like,
20.
Hey,
we go.
Gary B helped.
I rolled a 15.
Hey.
let me check my survival score here. Hey, I have a 1. I'll hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
dude, I just rolled a
help
nat
with
20. Don't worry about it. I just dunked on it. Let's leave it where it lies.
that. Yeah, exactly.
What's
There's a
the
chance.
total?
Ooh, wait, I do have something that can help us, though. I have my chef spatula that I haven't used in a while.
Oh, good call. Yeah,
Hey.
the sear is right.
Hey, and it has fire damage, so it can sear stuff while I hold it.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
I'll give it back. I swear.
Is that the spatula you got from Chef at the Citadel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I still have it. That's
The one that you've been using as your
Yep.
offhand?
Did you switch to the sickle, or are you still using?
It depends. If the sickle gives me an advantage for
Let's see,
It lets you swing again, basically. If you
Yeah.
miss. If you have advantage and you miss, and you miss with both rolls, you can take a third.
Yep, that's pretty much what I do.
yeah, sorry, second shotsicle. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
What did the KFL, the KLF member have before? We actually never discussed.
Yeah, let's check that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I never checked that. I was asked, does he have a tongue? That's the most you guys look.
No, that's fair enough. I think you know what? We'll check. We can. drag
One
him
sec,
with
I
us
gotta
again.
throw something into.
Yeah,
I gotta throw something into here.
Realistically, you never really. No, you did kind of clarify that you finished him off. I guess it was really clarified.
It's the
how
same
it was
thing.
said.
Do you
What
want
do you
me
think
to?
of the body, though?
I mean, it's all relative, Trad. Let's go real.
Yep.
But yeah, so,
Dead dragon next to dead KLF guy didn't loot sitting about. I don't know, a mile.
Oh, hey, does the KLF guy have a +1 scabbard I can borrow?
I don't know. Go trek a couple miles away in the middle
well,
of
fuck it. You know what? I'm not helping. You know what? I'm not helping with the cooking. I'll go fucking do it. I'll
Don't
stretch
split the
miles and
party.
back.
We'll see more of them later. Don't worry about it.
Alright, if you guys don't care, I mean, I just have a
No,
whole.
split the party. Split the party. It'll always
No,
be
do
fine.
not split the party. We fucking Swoog just talked about this. Wade just talked about it. I know you were watching.
Yeah.
I was not. I don't actually know what you're talking about, but I will
I
tell you.
saw the whole conversation.
No, I didn't. I was talking about inplay. What? I don't. I'm not. I don't know. I don't even know what channel or anything this took place on. I just know that I like to.
Anyway, let's continue. I want to get to Railsburg. I got shit to do. Q, we got shit to do in Railsburg, buddy.
We have a lot of.
We got
stuff.
a lot of shit to do in Railsburg.
The upside. Okay, no, hold on.
The impatient half-elf has spoken.
I am impatient and I want to do it.
All right, so y'all
Do it now.
You get a solid 150 pounds of cooked dragon chuck, and your 20 pounds of seared off. I guess. Wait, you smoked the chuck and the steaks, or whatever. Put it in your inventory with what you did. Okay, Nibs?
Okay, distribute it how you need. I have 40 pounds to work with.
All right. So the prime
I have a
is
horse.
booked now.
I think
right?
anything left over could
Oh,
just
Q, can I get my rope and grappling hook back,
Yeah,
please?
I think it's my grappling hook.
Something kind of worth pointing out is that you as a group, you're pretty much all fairly familiar with the region, and there is a very well-known inn that's on the way into Railsburg. And it's one of those that's got like a really nice kitchen. So
Can we
you
offsell
guys
it?
pick it up on now, you might be able to offload some of it at that inn on the way.
That's not a bad idea. All right, Ben, take your rope back. It's 5 pounds.
Yep, got it.
This is a particular inn that each of you has a little bit of history with, but we'll get there when we get there.
When we
All
get
right.
there. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Ooh, that's not good.
You have some history with.
Hold on. You said you gave me your grappling hook.
That was used for something. What was the grappling hook used for?
We actually pulled it down. It was to get down without making a check, basically.
I've used it. I think I used it to save someone as well.
It's actually had a few.
Yeah, I think I saved you actually. Yeah.
No, it's had a few uses. We've used it for that. We've used it for getting up the to the first time in the fucking
Underground
with the first,
waterway.
Yeah, the underground waterway. It's been useful. Do you want it back, Ben?
Yeah, because I have 100 feet of rope and I've been lucky throwing that bitch. Oh, I used it to save. I tried to save the fucking giant's head that you guys fucking.
Oh, all right.
Can you guys become one of those groups that, like, everybody starts carrying grappling hooks and it's the first thing that comes out in every single situation? We're like, pull out your grappling hooks and... everybody starts...
Look, I'm just waiting until I can get good enough as a rogue to just use a grappling hook as my main weapon.
That's what I'm saying. Every given situation, boom, grappling hook.
You'd be surprised, Trad. Don't tempt it.
Okay, so if we're passing an inn, why don't we try and off-sell some of this meat? We could turn a pretty neat profit.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Mean green dragon meat.
I mean, the other thing is, you know, if we show off how good it is, this could be something for you, Nibs, like, as a side hustle. This is, like, one of the things...
I mean, we have to kill a lot of green dragons, sure. I don't really...
Well, just cooking in general. You could use this as, like, a side hustle to make some more money for the temple and for your alms and shit.
He's gonna be one of those door-to-door salesmen that sells steaks.
Hey, think of... Look, think...
Hey, let me talk. Once you make your hobby your job, you start hating.
Well, I'm not saying like a job, but you know how Palmer sometimes gets us into inns? I think if you get big enough, we could probably get some free meals and more free inns. Because do you want to trust Palmer to give us free rest everywhere? Because I don't.
Bro, once they see this electronic piano.
Okay, yes, your electronic piano, you drunk bastard. Yes.
Got it. See, so no, it's fine. He's got it. It's all good.
All right. Well, whatever. Proceed as you may. I need fried potatoes.
I do it for my own enjoyment and the group's enjoyment.
Let me put it this way: if he did any selling, wouldn't you be like the guy who sells dragon meat on a stick at like the fight pits and such?
Oh no.
Anyway, moving on. Let's get going. I'm sorry, I sidetracked too long. Let's go.
You started all this madness.
I did.
Give me 2 seconds because you did sidetrack me pretty hard, and I was almost done with something. Please continue talking about whatever for like 30 seconds.
Okay, let's talk about
dragon meat. What else do we make? Dragon kebabs, dragon.
Could you mix it up and make some really nice brown dragon?
Dragon brown, yeah. I mean, we had to get some fat though. Do we have to get that on the bad?
There's gotta be some fat on there.
3, 2, 1. There we go. Thank you.
Incredibly quiet. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck.
Perfect.
Thank
Power
you.
of Photoshop.
Beautiful. All right, that's it. So that's our picture for the session. You know how we always have a title page. There's our
No, just so you know, Trad, I'm dropping stream marker for this.
Good.
I forgot that I wasn't doing that, so I don't know if you can access stream markers or not, but
Somebody
I don't even know.
that.
yeah.
There's no way I could get this pre-prepared. You realize this?
Oh, no way in hell, but it was worth it. Come on now.
Someone screenshot that and send it to Trad so we can put it in the recap.
I'm sure he already will.
I already have it. Like I made it's on my desktop now.
He made it.
It's not my wallpaper yet, but there we go.
Thank you. All right, so there's the cover for today's session. Let's go.
Okay. So it takes most of the day. You guys get a shitload of meat. Next morning, you start to travel west some more. Territory. Bam.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a bridge. Yeah. How far can we cover that?
Well, it's about the same as what you've been doing. It's about 25 miles per day, correct?
Yep.
About.
You do have color that actually will show up here. Let's see. Yeah, that's right.
And is that like weather dependent?
Yeah, the end.
Weather's pretty standard issue right now. There's not a whole lot of precipitation. It's pretty cloudy. It's kind of chilly. There's not a lot of precipitation at all. It's just kind of windy and kind of cold. Pretty standard issue for winters up here in this region.
All right. So nothing. So like even a survival check wouldn't tell me like anything that's coming within the coming days. Or I guess it would be an info check.
We can make it if we go across the bridge just nicely, we can actually get right into the forest, like you know, kind of nicer into cover and not along the river right here, which would be pretty. And we're on a little different river at that point, but you know, it'd be kind of nice, a little bit more cover.
Isn't there a spell that lets you predict the weather?
Sure, there's a couple. One of them's Druid spell.
What level is it?
Oh, for any everything.
Probably a cantrip because it's really not that useful.
Yeah, realistically.
Druidcraft. Yeah,
Is it
Druidcraft. does.
That lets me. Oh, it does.
Oh, I was right. It's a Druid cantrip.
Oh, it is Druidcraft. Huh.
No, there's another one that lets you control the weather in a localized area.
That's
That's
controlled
That's
weather.
a 6th level spell.
That's a high level, yeah, but it's still kind of.
it tries, okay, Brad? Give it some credit. It tries.
Hey, it's great
For
when
a
you're trying to
second
make
level
your...
spell, unless you're doing like causing localized flooding or bringing lightning strikes down on your enemy's head, no, I don't.
Try.
Would I
Say
be-
You want to go sail a boat? You get to go faster with.
I mean, party. I'll put it up to party. But do you guys want me to Druidcraft at the start of every day? To
Yeah,
check
fuck
the
it, let's find out, dude.
powers?
Makes it easier, yeah.
I mean, it would help.
Sure.
You know what we're traveling in.
Mhm.
All right, I'll
It's not
Druidcraft.
mandatory, but it
All right,
definitely.
weatherman, let's go. Hopefully, you're more accurate than most weathermen.
What's the
Alright.
weapon? You mean the
I
town
will,
crier?
I will Druidcraft the predict the weather for the next 24 hours. And you said it was fairly standard, nothing coming in.
Correct. Pretty cloudy, pretty chilly, pretty windy. No rain, no snow.
So just a typical shitty kind of winter day.
Yeah, like I mean, Redzogen's kind of it's considered a decent area to live in because it never gets like really shitty. Like you almost never see like a couple of inches of snow on the ground here or anything like that. Even it's just it gets like gross, but it doesn't get like don't go outside or you'll die.
Yeah. So just kind of lousy, not full shit. Got it.
You might see a freeze. You might see an inch of snow here and there that won't last more than a day or two before it melts. But yeah, it's one of the benefits of being out here. You also are, unlike before when you were traveling through the woods, you're now on a road again. A pretty well paved road.
Okay, so there's a path.
Also,
Yes,
control.
you are on the King's Road going westward.
Also, for what it's worth, control weather is actually an 8th level transmutation, and it's even worse than you thought, Trad.
8th level?
Yeah.
It's really high.
And
I
it's,
thought it
and
was
it's-
6th level.
No, you might be thinking of an earlier edition. Anyway, go on. I was just checking it out of curiosity. It's only
Hi,
5
Cedric.
miles, it doesn't move.
Sounded like two of you were starting to talk and then you both stopped.
Nibs Dragon
No,
Meat.
Saying hi to
It's
Cedric.
what you need. There you go. There's your slogan.
All right, so we're moving 25 miles. Who's got control of the dragon?
I would say
Ow.
Abia is usually your.
Yeah.
I don't know if I gave it to anybody. Somebody claim it.
Me.
I'll take it.
Okay. Yep.
I did not, in fact, have control.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Smokey's got it.
Oh, we can get right into that. Yeah, right. That's perfect. Yeah,
All right, so
we'll be fine over there.
I'm gonna spoil it right
No.
now. I totally don't have a night version planned.
No.
Version of this map.
We want to get over here, Smokey, into the forest on the closer into the land. That's what.
Of course, if you do go off the road, it is gonna slow down your movement.
Oh, a little bit, yeah, but mostly just it's once we're gonna camp, Trad. That's all.
so somewhere over here.
No.
Oh, you want to end off road.
Yeah, we just end off road. That's the rule.
All right.
Yeah.
So just
Boink,
over
and
here.
then a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's about right. Yeah. If we could go in further, but I think that's about our limit. That's fine.
All right. This is where we're camping for the night.
Yeah, probably a little further in, a little bit less. But we're good.
All right.
Because We're going. That was yesterday. Was the 9th, so they were on the 10th today. Correct, Trad?
Trad, I have to ask this. Did you make this all from scratch?
Yes.
I take it this is the inn, by the way.
Yeah, I did. I could show you like the resources I used for it, but yeah, I
Good job. No, later, like dump it in off topic or something.
Incarnate, right?
Yeah, it's just the website incarnate.com.
One of my
I used the pro version of it. It cost me a couple of bucks for the extra like.
Oh, Trad, you spoil us, dude.
Yeah.
He does a damn good job.
Did
Yeah, it looks
It's
very nice.
freak-
Coming out.
Amazing. I love the little like windmills around here too. Oh, it's so cool.
Ralsberg, also home of the gorillas.
And Medusas.
Yep.
All right. So
There we
it's
go.
night.
Sure.
It's nighttime. What are we
That's one
doing?
way of doing it.
Camping. Usually, nothing really special.
Yeah.
If any, we don't have any magical items anymore that we need to.
Whoa,
identify,
everything
right?
is
Just
blue
check.
now.
Yeah, I was just saying if I could make it look a little bit more nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Twilight.
Yeah, Twilight. No, that makes sense. Blue would be good.
Yeah, not that.
There we go.
It'll take us about 3 days to get to. It looks like it'll take us about 3 days to get to the inn, and another day from there to
Yeah,
get
about
to
4
Railsburg.
days.
Ready? It's fine. We're good. It'll last at least a month or a week, few weeks. I don't know.
You're not low on food. We're definitely not low on food. We're definitely
Nobody
not
is
low on-
starving to death. No.
And I
Nobody is
created it.
starving to death.
All right, we camp.
Fucking monsters. Is there anything you won't eat? I'm gonna test that question.
Depends. How drunk or
didn't
high
eat-
are we?
We didn't
Trav?
eat Roper or the spaghetti monster.
You didn't try to eat. You didn't. You could have totally cooked
Well,
spaghetti.
to be fair, I don't think I was there that day.
Bruh. All right.
To be fair,
Good shit.
So are we
To be
moving?
further
Are we moving on to the next day?
Smokey, hold on.
Give me. Tell me who's on watch, then give me perception checks.
Can you tell
Nibs-
us the watch?
Nibs will be on first.
I thought.
Who's on
Did we have a watch rotation, or did we get rid of that?
We got rid of it.
Okay.
No, what's on
See
third?
Perception is 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And you're first.
I'm first.
Yeah, I'll take second. Fuck it.
All right. Nibs is uneventful. He's fine.
All right, let's find out here.
The night is
All
quiet.
right, roll 20. Roll 20. Keep fucking everything.
Roll 20, taking
Oh,
a
no,
dump
right.
directly in your mouth.
Yo!
Not at all.
Apparently you see everything. Atos tilts his head back, spins 360 and says, I see everything.
I mean, what do you think the visor of his helmet is actually doing?
Yeah,
It's
this
standing
is
surrounded.
Crunch. I forgot about that. They haven't had that commercial on forever.
Atos reveals that he is part beholder, and a bunch of eye stalks just pop out of his head and face all right.
Yeah, why do you think I have those flutes on my armor, Trad? Come on now.
Sometime not long after dawn, like a little bit before you go and wake everybody up. But you hear wagon wheels from the direction of the road.
I'm actually gonna go wake up. Is Nibs already long asleep, right?
Yeah, Nibs was watched. Please do
Whoever was first watch, if you wake them up now, they won't get their long rest.
Yeah,
Everybody
well,
else wake up for long rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna wake up. Let's see here. I'll wake up Deborah.
Yep.
I'm gonna wake up. I'll wake up Deborah. I'm gonna wake up Flowey, and let's wake up Drake. Drake, can you send Silas Road?
What you need, bud?
What time is it?
Time to get up.
The sun is
Noise on the road.
All right.
Noise on the road could be
Silas,
nothing, but
I'll send Silas to go check out the road. Because Athos is snapping at me.
time to get up. Well, also we're about ready to go anyway, so. But we heard wagon wheels, and that could be nothing probably. But fuck it, right?
I'll send Silas to check out the road and the wagon wheels. Does he see anything?
He does. He sees two horses towing a wagon. On top of the wagon, you see a woman and a child, and walking next to the wagon, you see a man and another child. Can't quite, he's a bird, so he's not really, telling you what's in. It's a covered wagon, so you can't really tell.
Silas will return to me, and I'll cast Speak with Animals. I guess he'll tell me all of that,
Yeah, covered wagon.
and I'll relay
And
the
woman,
information
two
to the
children.
party.
Traveling east.
Traveling east.
Yeah,
So
the way
out
you-
of
the way you-
Roseburg?
Yeah, the way you the way you just came from.
Oh, okay.
Can I
You're
use
going that way.
Can
You
I
are
use,
going.
can I try to flag him down?
Wow.
You are a solid maybe mile and a half from the road.
Never mind then.
If the wagon didn't have a really shitty wheel on it, it probably wouldn't have been hurt at all at that distance.
Fair enough. I just
You
wanted
can get out there,
to see I just wanted to see what the T was.
It's not moving quickly, so you can definitely intercept it if you want.
Yeah,
All right, I'll
we can
send
at least get back on
Silas.
the road.
I'll send Silas to try to intercept it. Like just flap his wings and try to get the horses to stop.
Especially with the bird, yeah, intercepting it's going to be super easy because he can move so fast flying.
And no matter what, we have to get back on the road anyway.
Right.
All right.
So
It might be helpful to get some information on while we're on the roads.
yeah,
All right, go.
probably nothing, but might as well. All right. Yeah, everyone awake? Let's go.
Well, I'm not awake. Are
All
you
right.
waking me up?
So I'll
No, I thought we were-
I'll go on with Silas while he flies ahead, and try to stop the wagon and see like what's going on.
Go for
Hold
it.
on. It's the whole party being woken up right now.
I thought we were already about time to wake up, or do we still have like a couple hours before
Trav,
that?
what is it?
I said you still got a couple hours. If you wake up Nibs, he doesn't get his long rest.
No, Nibs can rest. Do we think that it's worth waking up everyone? Because I woke up
How
Devrai.
would they answer when there's a sleep?
No, I got Devrai awake.
Oh, okay.
I'm checking with them.
Okay, I understand now. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Well, I'm not there.
Oh no,
I'm
you're
not
doing.
there.
Yeah, you're already going to check. Yeah. Do we want to wake up the rest, or do we just not even care? It's a wagon. It's not that exciting.
I'd like to approach them as non-menacingly as possible.
If that's the
Alright,
case,
sounds
then
good,
you might
Dad.
wanna
Take
go
care.
towards
Thank
the
you
town.
so much
You
for
might wanna
swinging
go
by
to
today.
Drake
Glad I could
Drake's
give
already
you
on
a
his way.
really
You're
good
gonna have to
lunch.
catch
Sorry
up
it
with
wasn't
him if you
anything
want to,
spectacular.
You know.
Personally, I wanted to do this Thai place, but I'm not sure how you feel about Thai food. So next time we come down, we're doing Thai curry. Spicy,
And besides the
sweet,
point, if you want to go,
delicious,
by all
and comfortable.
Otherwise, I'm going to.
It was really
continue
good to
walking.
see you.
I'll be honest.
Sorry,
Let's put it this way. You're
I'm
walking up, that's
just a
terrible.
mess, and Shelby's a mess.
What
But
about Flavia?
we love you very, very
Flavio would
much,
probably menace him as
and I
well
hope
by
you are
accident.
so well.
Not as an insult.
Yeah,
but-
Shelby's been asleep for an hour and a half already, so I'm just gonna make sure she stays asleep
I've lived
tonight.
with this my whole life.
I'm stout and fluffy. I'm a teddy bear.
That's not a dwarf. That's a teddy bear. There's a difference. Unless you're saying that you need to create a new term for certain dwarves, which would be hilarious.
This is dwarf
Alright,
invasion!
I guess I reached the wagon not long after Silas.
Give me a dex check actually on that note. And Ben, are you also chasing him down? He has a little bit of a head start on you.
Yeah,
All right, also a dex check on you.
good. 18.
9.
And Smokey, you said 9?
Yeah, because I rolled it at advantage and I didn't mean to.
It's all right, dude.
Oh wow, brutal. Okay. Well, Ben manages to catch up to you before you get to the wagon. Ben, do you want to continue with Smokey, or do you want to run out ahead of him?
I'll go ahead, just because I know I can hold my own if I have to until they catch up.
Alright. I'm not making this a race or anything. I'm just trying to catch up to my bird.
Devery, so I'm clear though, you are making it a race. You are trying to get there first.
Yeah.
Okay, wanted to be completely clear about that.
Alright, so the bird is already there, just so you're aware.
Yes,
That's
the bird is
fine.
already there.
I'll catch up with him.
And you most certainly do. You catch up to the group. You find the man standing up on like the wagon seat. The woman and both the children are huddled behind him, like down, like cowering, while he swings a stick at the bird, who's about 16, 17 feet away, flapping in like midair. Not really posing any kind of a threat to them.
Silas, get down.
Immediately hear and see you come running at full speed out of the bushes, because you did make it a race, and are now terrified by the half-elf rogue who's charging out with strapped down with weapons and bows and such. Please roll me a charisma check.
Got you. Awesome. I know this is good no matter what.
With disadvantage. That's a good point. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
They are
Oh yeah.
ready.
Okay, so that's going to be a 13 for me.
Ooh.
Commoners, this can't be that hard.
Yeah, they see you. They see you come out, and just the woman screams, like, top of her voice,
What did you
screams
do?
bloody murder, and the man yells, bandits! Somebody help!
Well, wait a minute. Where am I in
You're
all
still
this?
behind.
You're still trying to catch up because the two of them, because Ben rolled so much higher than you and got there first.
Can I make another dexterity check to catch up?
No, you're still running at the same speed.
Oh my lord.
You don't know this as well. You probably heard the yelling, but it's from a bit ahead of you now.
Can I pick up my pace when I hear the yelling?
No idea what the fuck's going
You
on.
rolled a 9, dude. It's okay. It's all right. Let it.
You
fail.
can't do everything
It's
that-
fine.
man.
It's fine.
I'm not trying to do everything, but at this point, everybody's gonna scare the poor people.
I'm fine. I can talk my way out of this.
Has failed. The people are terrified. All right. So no, they
Silas
scream.
Silas will land on Deborah's shoulder, just non-threateningly.
No, I mean, I can. Is he close enough to do that, or?
Do you just have like it's like you control the bird at any
No,
distance?
okay.
No,
try to think about this. He gets to control a bird as if it was
You
him.
also control the bird as
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine,
He,
yeah,
he,
sure.
make, he makes
Bird
logical
easy.
decisions for the bird.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
the
would
bird
make
is
up
easy.
sense. Yeah.
The GM can overwrite that at any time, but usually you don't have to.
No, just making sure I understand it right.
Oh, no,
As described, bird lands on Ben's shoulder, and now they think that you are working together to try to hijack them. Ben, how do you handle
Hey,
this?
we heard you all rolling by. We just wanted to make sure you're safe. I'm not bandits. I know. I look like one. I'm dirty, covered in weapons. What can I do to disarm this situation?
You say fuck off.
Well, I'm sorry.
Do I catch up?
Could I perhaps
catch up at
interest
this
you in
point?
some of the best dragon meat you've ever had in your life?
No. Emphatic head shaking no from all parties. One of the kids kind of like he kind of peeks out a little bit because he is kind of interested by it. But then what you assume to be the mom at this point just kind of like grabs him and just shoves his head back down the
Okay,
seat, like,
look.
no,
I'm just
no,
gonna take my weapons off. Can I give you some meat to try?
Roll persuasion.
Oh yeah, buddy! Persuasion's gonna be a 26.
Jesus God.
I'm in the mood for food.
You know, I am. Despite your threatening manner, I am really fucking hungry.
You represent Arby's by any chance?
He says, "How do I know you're not just trying to poison me?"
It's a very valid.
Poison is way too much work. Look, I came running because
So shady.
look, a friend of ours, the bird is not mine, but we heard something. We were camping off into the woods. We just wanted to make sure we weren't being attacked. We were attacked by a massive dragon 2 nights ago.
Okay, hold up. It's important to ask at this point, Smokey, how are you approaching? You said you sped up, right? You're running as
I
fast
sped
as
up,
you can.
but I'm trying to be non-threatening.
Okay, well, speeding up to try to get there as fast as you can, and doing non-threatening. You can be
How fast can a
non-threatening.
dwarf run anyway?
25
25.
feet, 25 feet, 50 feet if I dash.
Right. So you're not stealth running here. You're running.
I'm
So
running,
about
but I'm
time-
but like you can run and not be threatening.
Not in this situation when you're covered in weaponry. I will tell you that right now.
Have
It's
you,
very hard tell.
Smokey? I don't
You're
want to
really-
tell you go find a dark alley to walk down some night and see how spooked you get at the sound of someone running in the distance that you can't see. I'm not going to tell you to do that because that's incredibly stupid. But suffice it to say, that's how it works. When you're out,
Okay, the reason I say this is because track and field, you run and you're not threatening.
Yes, but that's a very specific context and framing of it that is not here. AKA, no.
But no, there are also situations where you can be running and not be threatening.
He's a dwarf. I mean, what's threatening about a running dwarf?
can somebody?
If anything, I'm running away from something. They could be thinking I'm running away from something.
Hold on, Trad, what are you trying to say?
They're coming to
That's
take me
actually-
away. Haha.
That's actually a good point, because they hear you running towards them at about the same time as Deveray references having fought a dragon nearby recently.
No, no.
They don't take either of these things particularly well, and they don't really hang around to see.
Whoa,
what,
whoa, 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 whoa,
all right,
whoa,
it's-
whoa, whoa, Silas, stop them.
It's no, leave him. Just leave him alone. Let's just fuck. I'm not pursuing this anymore.
Before you make it out, like to be able to even like see it at this between the sound, hearing about the dragon, Deveray standing in front of them, and just the sound of something coming out of the woods beside them, the dude just says, "No, fuck this, we're out," and just grabs the reins and just starts fucking like beating the shit out of them to get the horses to go. And they go fast. You're not really standing. Wait, where are you standing? Are you standing in front of them or off to the side?
I'm off to the side because I'm non-threatening. I'm not trying to steal from them.
Okay. Good, because you did say you were being non-threatening, so I
would have
kind
been trampled.
So as they take off through the woods and towards the bridge, you do hear the mother yell something to the effect of, "God, there's nowhere safe anymore." As they do, at this point, Smokey Drake trundles up next from the tree, and you stand there with your weapons on the ground on the road.
Hey, lad, what in the world did you do to them?
Nothing. You're a bird.
Silas would never do something unprovoked. What did you do? Reminder, I can talk to my bird and he can tell me what you did.
Yeah,
That's fine if you want
what he did was really nothing. He flew in place in front of the thing to get them to stop, and then whenever he showed up, landed on him. That's what the bird did.
Why did they run off?
Because fuck you, I guess. I don't know.
Who cares? Says Flavia.
Oh, she actually decided to go?
I wanted to try.
Would someone like to roll maybe?
This is from nearby, but kind of in the woods. I didn't think it was important enough to actually bother Trad with it.
Did you get any information from them?
Nothing.
Again, who cares? I'm going back to bed.
Yep. Fuck it.
At this point, we're about 2 hours out from moving
got
on.
woken
So
up
you
for
might
this
as well
shit.
not
I got woken up for this shit. Come on, Silas.
And it went badly because the bird decided to get involved, which was not its fault, and then the fucking elf. Fucking half.
Hey, you all really kind of work together on this one. You all shoot out of the woods at them. You're all dressed like vagrants and fucking
Murderous, yeah. We're
Speak
fucking
for
murderous.
yourself. Have you seen what I look like?
Yeah. You come right out of the woods, it doesn't matter.
You told them they're dragons. Like, how do you expect them to react to that?
Well, whatever. They're gonna get wherever they need to be safe faster.
Fast? Yes. Fast is without question here.
Safe? Well, now it's debatable.
Fast. Fast is the important one.
I'm going back to bed.
Actually, by the time you get back, it might be about time to actually pack up.
Yeah, you'll have about an hour once you get back to start cooling down and maybe lay down and chill out. And
Yeah, we're getting going pretty quickly.
20 hours, 20 minutes of sleep before you have to get up.
Alright, I guess we're moving.
Yep.
Has anybody seen the wee one today?
The wee one? Oh yeah, he's still asleep.
He's still asleep?
Mm-hmm.
He's been particularly quiet these days. I'm wondering if he's alright.
He's absolutely fine. It beats. Let me put it this way: you will get plenty of noise from him when we get into a town with a fighting pit.
The wee one, I think you're thinking of the wrong person.
Oh, if you're talking about if you're talking about the other one, yeah, I have
I'm
not
not
heard
a
much of him.
sized dragon who looks like a teenage boy.
Though, aka
The wee
not the
one, the wee one knows who I'm talking about.
He's not we. He is
He's
not.
He's not we.
I know.
I literally tell you that every week. You did it with Brave. You did it with Drake. I don't really get it.
No, wait, I did it with Brave?
Yeah. Is it the same
Brave
thing?
was
Call me
taller
the
than
wee
you.
one.
Well, Brave
Yeah,
was
and
taller than you.
I still wasn't the shortest in the party.
Yep.
I am
Yeah,
the
no, he's
wee
fine.
one.
No,
he's
you're
fine.
the little one.
I thought he meant dragon.
Just make me the
No, I
wee
was talking
one
about
and
Kenzie.
stop annoying people.
All right, so we're okay. So I guess I'm moving the party into the woods again.
Yeah, 25 down, and then woods.
25 and then woods.
Yep. You know, typical movement.
Hmm.
You don't camp on the road because of obvious reasons.
Is 25.3 going too far?
I would actually go a little bit below 25 because of the weird circumstances of everybody waking up early this morning and probably being a little more tired. Go like 24 and a half.
All right.
Good enough.
So here.
Somewhere like that, yup. I honestly don't care if it's off by like 0.1 or 2. It's better than spending the extra couple of minutes trying to get it exact.
Okay.
Second night. Boom. That was way easier than how
I want Palmer to do this. Come on, Palmer.
Oh, is it Palmer's watch? Is it Palmer's watch?
I'm gonna say it's Palmer's watch because Palmer hasn't done shit yet. Come on,
I'll
man.
watch. I'm eating pizza rolls, just chilling, bro. I'll watch whatever you want.
I also did a watch already, Smokey.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did the first watch.
Yeah. Alec and Carrie, I think, haven't done it before. Deborah.
We have.
All right, what am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception at disadvantage if you are customarily fucked up.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you though.
Are you
All
fucked up?
right,
as
still a
usual?
15, not bad.
Still a 15, not bad. Right at the beginning of your watch, you hear wagon wheels.
Coming again from the same direction.
Oh, same deal. From
Hey,
the
I see a pattern, Trad.
west to east.
Did we see any during the day?
Actually, no.
Only moving at night?
No, it was early morning or night.
These two wagons that you have encountered have both traveled. Well, one was very early morning, and the other one now is night. Yes.
Do you want to do anything with that, Palmer?
What?
Yeah. Do you want to do anything with that? You hear wagon in the distance. Everyone else is asleep but you. What you do?
You could ignore it and not do anything.
I would like to go in and inquire what this. I would like to cast invisibility on myself,
Okay.
In the party. Let's go, boys.
and I will go in the direction of said noise.
Okay. Takes you about 10, 15. Well, how fast do you want to like run? Do you want to like kind of just head there?
I would like to go relatively quickly.
Okay.
Relative to what? A swallow?
Relative to you guys who are at rest. So
They yeet and they zoom.
Okay. Do you want to make any attempt to? I mean, you're invisible. Do you want to make any attempt to be quiet?
no.
Okay.
I love it.
First we have
So they're gonna be,
and now we have.
thinking, okay.
Well, let him
First
do-
we had
No,
fucking
this is
Dev
good,
Ride.
It's good. It's good. It's great. I love
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I love it. And now we have a fucking invisible man. Great.
You have to go at an angle to get kind of like make sure you come out of the woods in front of the wagon. But sure enough, you do. And this time it's only two people. It's a man and a woman. They've got a covered wagon. I mean, you didn't see the other one. This one's kind of on the small side. The other one was a little bit larger. But they're kind of like huddled together. They look sort of nervous and heading west to east.
All right.
At the moment, they're like maybe 30 feet away from you.
I would like to drop invisibility and say, and cast Mage Hand, and have it basically hold up like a stop in front of them, and I'll say, halt!
Oh no.
Perfect. Oh my god. Never change. Oh, this is perfect.
Charisma check.
Just straight charisma.
Yeah.
Oh shit. that's
Are you
not-
wearing the boots?
Oh wait, yeah.
It's not a performance.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
performance.
Yeah, the boots are performance only.
Constant.
You also managed to scare the shit out of these two. Worth asking. Are you physically in front of the wagon, or are you
Yeah.
standing inside?
Yep. And then the Mage Hand, I would like to think I'm like 20 feet ahead. The Mage Hand is like in between myself and the wagon.
Okay. Okay, so instinctively, lucky you, instinctively he pulls the horse to a stop. They both let out like little screams, but they don't cower so much immediately.
Yeah.
His hand goes to a little dagger down by his side and goes, "What do you want? What do you want? Who are you?"
I say, where are you guys heading? And What's in your little wagon here?
Oh no.
Yikes! Yikes! Yo, how much
Perfect.
jade can you bring, dude? It's good. Let's go.
Let's
This
fucking
is
do
gonna-
it.
It's gonna end so poorly. Love it.
Roll persuasion.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. Because we're leaving the Railsburg. We're done with this area. We're headed out to Brenzlagen. We're gonna try to make it new out there. What's in the wagon? Pretty much everything left of what we own.
I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
I'll say, first of all, Brenzlagen, it's kind of shit. Second of all, let me see what's in the wagon. You guys are, you're looking mighty suspicious right about now. Traveling in the dead of the night, looking a little on edge. You need something to take that edge off? Well, hold on, let me see what's in the wagon first.
I love it. Oh my god, a fucking bandit drug dealer. That's perfect. Let's go.
As you walk forward,
Who cares?
wait, do you walk forward, or are you just saying this from a distance?
Yep, yeah, I'll walk forward.
Okay, as you walk forward, he jumps down off the wagon and pulls his dagger, and he doesn't look very proficient with it, but he holds it up and stands in front of you he's like, you're not sitting inside this wagon.
Okay, I cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
What?
Oh my god, this is
My
perfect.
God.
Thank you for popping that up real quick.
Did you have a character built for this guy?
Don't worry about it.
And none of us are worried.
It's very easy to sort things like wisdom saving throws when you just figure out, what does wisdom mean and what does the average peasant probably have for wisdom. It's probably not very good now, is it? Holy shit.
No.
Well, with the nat 20, he saves.
Oh, I'll say, yeah, sorry about that. I slipped.
Hang on. He did not like that very much. He's not entirely sure what you tried to do to him, but he's taking a swing on you.
I like to step back and be like, hey. He misses.
He misses.
Hey, bro, I was just, it was a little something to calm you down. You guys look a little nervous, that's all. Taking the edge off, that's all.
I just slapped him to calm him down.
We're already heading to the bathroom.
Alright, fair enough.
Hey, bro, listen,
Glad none of
I'm
us
just curious, making sure you get, I actually happen to be the highway patrolman here, and I just wanted to make sure that all was well and good, and that you guys weren't transporting, anything illegal. That would be ridiculous, but
Make him roll
my
deception
duty.
for that.
Oh god.
Hold on.
Don't tell him what to do.
Let him tread. Let him.
Go on.
I'll say it's my duty, so just I'm sure you understand. I'm just gonna take a little sneaky peek at what you got going on in here, and then you'll be on your way, easy as that. And I might even have a little something for you for the trip. Everybody wins.
So as you do roll deception here, I'd like to make sure everybody here knows this is the man who says he is the highway patrol.
Yeah.
You think somebody would wear this hat if it wasn't because of their job? Come on now.
Stoned and or drunk already. Give me that deception or that deception roll, yeah. Oh my god.
A
Nat
nat one.
Nat
Oh,
one.
baby, this is getting
It might
better.
also
Keep
be nat
going.
one. Nope.
Well,
He sees through all of that nonsense and is gonna take another swing at you.
oh my
With
God.
I would like to imagine that I'm just sidestepping, really, really, not even a whole lot of effort. Just, oh, excuse you. Hello.
Whoa.
All right, listen, you guys got me. I just want to know what's in your wagon. Obviously you don't know what you're doing, swinging that thing around, but I'm not here to kill you. I mean, I don't want to have to. So just show me what's good.
Let's go. Please roll a nat 20 on your next roll, Trad. Please.
well, 17.
Tie goes to attack.
That hits, I think.
Oh, that definitely hit. 4 damage. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I would like to continue to mock him and be like, oh, you got me. Oh, good one.
You could
Hopefully,
have vicious
yeah.
mockery that too.
No,
This is why-
viciously mock him. No, I don't want to hurt him. I'll just be like, oh, wow, you got me. Oh, you gonna keep your wife safe with that one? Oh, jeez.
His wife leaves. Gary, he's crazy. Leave it alone. Let's get out of here.
I would like to look.
His name is Gary. Okay.
I'd like to look to the wife, and I say, "Excuse me,
Going in the notes.
you got any goods in there?"
Palmer.
Palmer, do you hear what you're saying? Do you
Yeah.
understand the words?
Harassed.
Okay, cool.
He misses me again. I'm gonna sigh.
Doesn't-
I'm gonna sigh and look at him, and be like, "All right, listen, man. I tried to reason with you guys. I just want to see your shit. Hello. I don't feel like that's asking a whole lot. I'm gonna cast polymorph on this motherfucker."
The wife tries to throw a shoe at you and misses so badly she hits one of the horses.
Uh-oh.
Got
Oh, wait,
two.
what does that do to the
That
horse?
was a fucking horse, by the way.
Now this happens right about as you're trying to cast polymorph.
I polymorph the dude.
So you're trying to polymorph the husband. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's
Into
what-
a
okay.
into a turtle.
So here's the wisdom saving throw.
That fails.
Going so
He's a
beautiful.
turtle.
At the okay, now it's a concentration spell. So at the same time that you cast the spell,
Uh-huh.
you change him into a turtle, and he
Okay.
falls to the ground next to the cart. However, the rock she tried to throw at you and missed so badly with it she hit a horse caused that horse to spook and start charging forward.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yes, time to
And the
go.
driver's a turtle.
I would
Oh
like.
no!
The driver's not the turtle; the wife is at the wheel.
Yeah, I would like to.
Wait,
I would like
first of all,
to
he jumped down. He's
pick
not
up the turtle.
Did
and
I
kinda-
was about to say,
No.
did the turtle get trampled by the horses?
I would like
No,
to pull the turtle to safety.
Side. The turtle's kind of off to the side. Wait, you're both
Okay.
in front of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would,
Palmer, any reaction you want to take to this, you need to roll a reflex check first.
Okay.
At disadvantage because you just did this at the same time. Like you just cast
There
poly.
is no reflex check.
what is that? Dexterity.
That'd be
Yeah.
a dexterity save.
Yeah, dex save. But those at
No,
disadvantage.
no,
so
you're thinking of the carbon 2185.
14. 14. Okay, let's give what do you think the initiative would be on a horse?
Do you want me to just tell you my horse?
Horses are pretty dexterous, so
They're actually like a
+3.
+2. No, I think. Hold on. I actually have the stats for a horse right here. Hold on. What's going on? It's
I would believe 2, 3, or 4.
It's a
is the
2, I believe. I believe it's a 2 or a 3 tops. Hold on. We have horses, right? You want horse?
Yeah, for dex.
All right. Good God.
A draft.
mule.
Hold on. A draft horse, which is what it is.
Yeah, right. Okay, I got it right here. It's
It's
actually
0.
a 10.
Yeah, according to this, it's nothing. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
he's
a 10. All right. Hey.
No.
Oh, baby, a fucking horse.
All right.
Did he
So the
just
horse takes off.
kill Gary? Did we just kill Gary?
Palmer
we
just
didn't
said
kill him.
Palmer just said he wants to grab the turtle as his reflex.
And
So
to pull him to safety.
Well, you're both in front of the horse.
Okay, well then I would like to shove the turtle out of the path of death.
Shove?
Oh, taking
Yeah,
the
well,
team.
I just want to move the turtle in whatever way necessary so that he doesn't get stomped.
Here's a good question. How big is the turtle? Because you have this option. Is like, are we talking Galapagos
We'll be
tortoise?
back.
Or are we talking like box
No, we're
turtle?
talking
Really
like a
long
little
pee, and I got
box turtle,
sidetracked
little-
with the discussion
little
about
fish
SpaceX.
tank kind of
I got
turtle.
really excited about that
Box
today.
turtle, if you're trying to save that, it's probably like a pick up and huck like a frisbee kind of thing.
Yeah, sure, into the bushes.
Okay, so you managed to do that, but you're gonna take damage from that.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I just linked it though, Trad. It has hooves. That's what it does normally. If it was like an attack.
There's also the charge and trampling damage, which I have a note on somewhere else from Elephant's days.
Baby.
for it.
This is exactly how the watch should go. Just absolute
Right?
fucking disaster.
It's gonna be
Perfect.
We're definitely gonna
Lord,
beat those KLF fuckers.
I mean, what are you
They
talking
got
about?
shit on us.
We're terrorizing
because we'll
peasants.
kill everyone before they do. Because we're
Half cocked at our best.
well, now we know where the title comes from. It's fucking this
Half
sort of shit.
cocked at our best.
Okay, so he's basically going to have to do a strength save, or pretty much just take a second stomp attack, or a second hooves attack.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I have to move.
But it's hitting. Like it's not a rolling 2 hit at this point. He's getting hit by it. So I guess Palmer roll a strength check to see if it hits you 1 or 2.
This is exactly.
Shit getting wild
Roll a-
here in the
roll a
D&D
what?
session.
Strength check. Strength save. DC. Oh wow. Nope.
Not solid.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 2d4 plus 4 twice.
Christ. Okay.
Bring it. Bring it.
15 on top of the 40 you already took. That's 19 total damage. You're also knocked prone, and the cart with the woman on it takes off into the distance.
Okay.
Without her husband?
You also need to do a con save because polymorph is the concentration spell.
Yeah. Both for each hit, so 2.
It's true. And you save them both. Good job.
Nice,
Really?
nice.
Actually, no, that second one's a failure.
No,
Why?
it's
I think.
No,
No, it's
it's
not.
10, and so it's half damage or 10.
whichever is higher.
Oh, I thought the. Oh, okay. I thought it was. I thought the DC was 19. Never mind.
That's insane.
Okay, so cart takes off to the distance. You are on the ground and wounded, and the box turtle is still off into the bushes somewhere where you chucked him to safety.
Okay.
You hear the cart disappearing into the distance, and after a moment or two, you don't hear it returning.
Okay. I would like to go pick up the turtle, and I would like to take him to camp, and and I would like to sit him next to me as I actually no, I would take him to camp, and I will wake up Nib's hard body, and I'll say, hey, listen, we need to cook this turtle in like 5 minutes. We need it. Trust me, man. You can't ask me anything.
No, I'm not cooking a turtle. That sounds dumb. Why would you want to eat a turtle?
Turtles are delicious.
No,
Well,
I don't like them.
The moment he takes damage, he's turning back into a human.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
that actually
true.
is the way it
I
works.
know. No, hold on. Let's RP this.
I
out,
assume
guys.
Palmer knows this.
That would spook Nibs real good though.
No, I'm not. Nibs would not want to cook a turtle in the middle of fucking
Yeah,
night.
I'll be like, you know what?
You're weird, dude. Like, you just found this turtle. You want me to cook it? What the hell?
Well, yeah.
How high are you right now? How many drugs have you taken?
It's
Larry,
not.
it's worth noting that about this point in the rant, you finally look down and look up at Palmer and see how wounded he is.
Oh, what happened?
Listen, man. This turtle, he spooked me. I tripped. It's a whole
that
other.
sucks.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know what?
wait. How'd you get that beat up from falling? Did something else fall on you?
No. I just I felt
Like
like
a rock? Like a really big rock?
I
Nothing?
stepped on a rake, and the end of it came and hit me in the head. You know,
What rake? What's a rake?
a rake. You know, it's another thing I
don't know.
invented.
I never heard of it. That's right.
If you've ever lived in a
So,
farm, you know what it is.
listen.
I just thought it'd be funny.
This
yeah, that's
turtle right here, we got about, I don't know, 40 minutes before this turtle
35.
is. Yep. Okay. Well, you know what?
Returning to camp, we got about 35 minutes.
I would like to say, oh, just kidding. This is all just a prank. I'm on drugs. Ha ha ha. And then I slowly slink out of the tent, and I'm like, shh.
Turtle soup
no
sounds
tears, only drinks.
terrible.
And I
How
close this
about
tent.
you give him drugs, and then you wake up really drugged as a turtle?
Yeah, that's actually not bad. And then I'll close this tent. And then I would like to go to
I go back to sleep.
This is
I would like
not-
to go to Devaray's tent and just slide the turtle on in there, and then go back to my watch.
Wait, what do you get? Do you give it
That's
any drugs?
that's cool. I made a new friend.
I don't want to give it any drugs.
Okay. So as
He has a
mentioned,
dagger. He's about to get stabbed in the middle of the night.
it all started about like less than an hour and a half, 2 hours into your watch.
Okay.
Watch lasts about 6 hours
Okay.
total.
So no
And-
one else is here for
So you return, you throw the turtle back in there. Polymorph lasts for 1 hour.
Yep.
So before the end of your watch, like
Uh-huh.
half an hour later,
Mhm.
all of a sudden, most people in the camp are woken up by a screaming man in Devaray's tent. Question about being polymorphed. When you come back from being polymorphed, you remember everything that
Remember
happened.
everything.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
What did you do?
Do we
Trav?
have to roll? Does the party have to roll perception checks to see who wakes up?
He's yelling pretty loud. It's
We're
gonna
all
be Devaray handling it first because he's in Devaray's tent. But he's definitely yelling loud enough to wake everyone up. And as you wake up, you hear him yelling something about "You tried to eat me, you son of a bitch." Where did he go? What would you like to do about this?
I am immediately questioning why there's screaming going on in my tent. Sir, how?
Why are you
You
screaming?
tried to eat me and turned me into a turtle.
What? The little one with the fucking piano, John.
Not in that order. What did you say?
The little guy with the piano. He turned you into a turtle.
I didn't see a piano. I saw him turn me into a turtle and try to rob me and my wife. Oh my god, my wife! What happened to my wife?
All right, let's come here. We'll
No, get away from me!
No, we'll settle this. He's a fucking idiot. We will settle this.
At the sound of "we'll settle this," he books it out of your tent.
All right, fucking not my chair, not my problem. I'm going back to sleep.
Well, she should be dressed. Polymorph and transformation in 5e. You go with whatever you're wearing. So he's running out of the tent. Palmer is the only one who's out of his tent at this point. Everyone else is like waking up. Still like listening to what's going on and trying to figure out what to sort about it. Nib's probably waking up a little bit faster than anyone else because you just got up like, half an hour ago.
Yeah, alright.
Palmer, you see him running across the camp.
Don't run.
I'll say, hey, oh my god, yeah, no, I tried to stop him.
Okay,
What
so
the fuck just happened?
What the hell?
He takes off into the woods or what?
I'm about to answer that question.
He trips
Yeah,
on a rake.
he takes off into the woods at a pretty good pace, actually.
I would like to yell as he runs, should have just showed me what was in your wagon!
Wait, that was all it was about? A wagon? Really?
Everybody hears that.
I'll turn around and be like, yo, guys, nothing happened. It was a good watch. I appreciate y'all waking up. I'm gonna go sleep now.
It should be
Can I
done
wrap
in 2
before
hours.
Arya is looking out of her tent, just not saying anything, with her mouth just kind of half open, like clearly trying to comprehend what happened.
Before Paul tries to walk off to his tent, can I try to hog tie him with my whip?
You don't know what happened. Why would you hog tie me? That's extremely forward.
He did hear you yell out, you should have just seen what was in my wagon. Or let me see what.
That's true.
I'm hog tying him with my whip.
That's okay.
You can take
Are you letting this happen, Palmer, or are you trying to get
Yeah, sure. I don't mind.
I don't mind being hogged. Well,
23.
yeah.
So that's a hit.
Yeah, I do hit.
Okay. Palmer, are you fighting it or are you just letting him do it?
No, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. All right.
I roll for seduction.
Yeah.
Alright, stop. Don't do that.
I'm gonna be honest, it feels like
Right, come on, let's just talk to him. What the hell happened?
It was crazy. So this dude, this guy, he rolled up with his wagon, just like, just right next to where we are, like dangerously close. So, I went out there and I said, hey, listen, man, we're camping here. We're trying to be real low key. Just wanted to let you know. And he got down and he told me that, I was a piece of shit and to get out of his way. And I said, well, hold on. And he said that, he basically said, that he hates dwarves. And I was like, whoa, I won't be taking that kind of slander. All right. I have, one of my friends is a dwarf, and then he tried to attack me. So I turned him into a turtle. His cart got spooked and ran off, and here we are. But seems like the problem solved itself.
Alright,
So
deceive me, bro.
Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make a check on this too. Hold on.
no one is sorting this out.
Hold on. Let me make a check because I just woke up. So, but hold on.
everybody's groggy.
I'll tell you just immediately. And how much of this is actually true
Hold on,
versus
let
how
him
much you
deceive
just...
first. Let him deceive.
Okay.
You got a nat 1, so
No, not even remotely. I got a 24, mate.
you guys are rolling with disadvantage because you just woke up. So
You are?
Trap,
That's a
what do you
beautiful thing
think?
that is...
Okay, we're gonna do 1d2. On a 1, we'll go with what Palmer said. On a 2, no.
Oh, wow, we're coin flipping.
Okay, let's go.
It is
All
not.
right,
This is not my night.
Sorry, Palmer. I really wanted it to go that way, but I had to be fair about it, sort of.
Yeah.
okay, I say it's mostly true. He he did come at me with a knife, and I turned him into a turtle, and his cart took off. All that was true.
He's really
So,
he does have stab moves and everything. That makes
No, so approximately 25% of what you said was true.
Well, I would say more like 50%, but
How high? Maybe you should like lay off the drugs when you're like.
No.
I say we leave.
No, if
I
we
say
leave off the
we
drugs,
leave him
bad
tied
things
up.
happen. We're fine.
Okay,
I say we leave him
hold
tied
on.
up
One
in here
thing.
and
One
let him
thing.
sleep on it.
Before we say anything else, whose bright idea was it to leave him on watch alone?
All right, next time I'll watch with him. Yeah.
oh, listen, guys, I'm not a child. But listen, I saved the day. I'll have you know. So you guys are welcome. Odd way of thanking me, tying me up here, but you know, I'm not a
I
king shamer.
untie him if he's still tied. It's,
Yeah,
after
who was-
you stop me, Smokey.
Who was supposed to be on watch with him?
Nobody was.
No one.
No one.
We're adults here. Why
All
do
right, all right, guys. What we
Because
should
of
do
things
is
like
a two-person. We should do two-person anyway, just in case, because it's advantage. And it's just better to have two people on watch either way.
And I'll
We
just,
should always have two people.
I would like to play everybody
That's the rule.
a song of rest. Hey, go back to sleep. Everything's fine.
What do I have to roll to smash whatever he's playing on?
It's not my
But this is-
synthesizer.
He's not playing anything because he's tied up.
I'm singing it. I'm like, this is my song of rest. Everybody feel your best. Go back to your tent. Don't ask so many damn questions.
Can you please roll me? Can you please roll me intelligence to see if you can accurately rhyme tent and questions?
Questions.
Nope.
Nope. Not
Hey,
believable.
can I
It is.
have a wisdom saving throw from Palmer?
It was a rough night.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw from Palmer, please?
What? Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah, this is easy, man.
Easy
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
Easy
when
life.
He waves at you like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up and stop fucking with people on the
Hey,
road.
wait,
I
what
said,
time?
listen.
I
Listen, guys.
still,
Let's,
I still say we leave him hog tied up here and outside.
No.
I already untied him.
Sleep on
Look
it.
at him.
I've been freed.
Yeah, we have released the Palmer from his cage.
I'll say, cool. Everybody's ready to go to sleep. See, nothing, no big deal. Problems, it's gone. So, you know, we're all good to go.
I'm
Anyway.
going back to bed.
Same.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
Tuesday,
absolutely
there's no more-
Fucking my best
Alrighty,
friend.
I'll finish my watch. Don't worry, I got this.
Damn, I was really hoping you were going to pass off the rest of it on someone else. I was going to make them roll perception see if they recognized it. Gave them half of your watch.
No, I'll finish my watch. I'm a big boy. See, nothing bad has happened.
One of my friends is a dwarf. Miss me with that.
I can just imagine in the morning, like, Palmer wakes up and he's gagged and, you know, like, he's gagged near the river and just fucking Drake is just standing there considering to kick him in.
I'm not that evil.
No, but you are. And there are certain standards that have to be maintained. Alright. By the way, who's on watch after him?
Who's on
Yeah, that's a
second
good
watch?
question.
I thought that was
I was thinking that was Devray.
yeah, it was either
Yeah,
Deadeye.
Yeah, I'll be on watch, I guess, yeah.
Wait,
Perception.
Perception for
Am I
me,
time to
I
go
got you.
sleep?
Yeah.
How
You're
does
not doing that yet, but eventually,
a
Palmer, you're good.
20 work for you?
20 works fine for me. Let's see what the old 1D100 has to say.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
6. What do you guys think? Do you think 6 is good or bad?
Hopefully
Well, it
good.
depends. Are we roll? Is it roll under or roll over? Is it roll over or under?
What do you think? Do you think it is good or bad if Devray hears flapping in the distance?
Oh
Distinctly
no.
not. Hold on. You're gonna do the thing.
React how?
Okay, you said flapping in the distance?
Flapping in the distance. Big old thick wings.
Can I go to stealth, roll stealth, and then start tracking?
And same mistake as last. Go for it.
I love the fact I see that smoky.
What?
Yeah,
You
same
wait
goddamn
till they give him
mistake
shit about that?
Oh yeah. Oh, believe me. we
20,
will.
20 on stealth, and then I'll wake up fucking the tracker of the party. I just don't want
You
to.
said no. You said you were gonna-
I just went to sleep.
You're the tracker, Palmer.
That would be me.
That would be Drake.
Actually, tracker of the party could also be you, Ben. You specifically got proficiency in survival, so
Yeah.
you also
It's
can
all
track.
right.
it,
I don't
specifically
have a
learned how to do it.
proficiency in it yet.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought we gave
No,
you
not
that.
yet. He's been
No.
working on it.
Actually,
I
you know
swear I
what?
said you
I'll
got
mix
that
it up.
before you
Can
guys-
I wake up
When-
Flavia
when-
instead?
Wake up whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, I got a better survival skill than Flavia.
You need your rest. You've been up every fucking night. I'm gonna grab Flavia. Yo, what's up, Alondite? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Do we have a Flavia? Flavia, there's wings flapping.
Yeah, I'm here.
Flavia does not take long to hear them when she wakes up.
Go wake the others quietly.
Wakes Palmer, immediately goes to
So-
the fucking synthesizer.
So, Flavia is going to go towards Athos' tent to wake him.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
Why is the party token talking to us?
Because we
Just
get ambushed by dragons again, man.
God damn it. I appreciate it, bud. I hope you're staying safe, washing your hands and stuff, man.
Okay, guys, up. As you awaken one by one, you do hear the flapping, but it's not like. You can tell direction. You can tell it's kind of like northeast, kind of to the east of you a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's getting closer to you. You hear it?
Half an hour.
Yeah, I say we wait a little bit to see which direction it moves.
Fine by me. Half an hour,
Please,
and then I'm going back to sleep.
Can I use? How dark is it at the moment?
It
Like,
is
is it twilight
second,
hours or?
It is second watch, so it is like past midnight.
All right, so not twilight. So it's like not twilight hours yet.
It is well past twilight hours. Twilight hours would be at the
Or
beginning
I
of
guess,
the
I
night.
guess what would be
This
the
would be pre-dawn.
I was about to say what's the morning equivalent?
Dawn, basically. Well, it's
Pre-dawn.
basically crepuscular and such. Is the general term for it.
But
The sky,
basically, there's no
the sky
light.
is not
There
really
wouldn't
getting
be,
light yet.
So there wouldn't be any sense in sending Silas to just high up to keep watch.
You wouldn't be able to see much, probably, no.
Not to mention, he might be spotted from up there.
Also true.
Basically, we're pretty safe. If we stay quiet and out of the way, as long as there's no fire, which we probably would have killed already.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace? It doesn't take a somatic opponent, so
If you like, yeah.
Somatic meaning your hands.
Hands, yeah.
I mean vocal. That's what I meant. It doesn't take a vocal component, so I can cast that, and we can all do stealth. But that's totally up to you guys.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, if you want to spend the spell slot.
I haven't been woken up, so
Oh, yeah.
Good night,
I think you
Roy.
said he woke up early.
I don't remember him saying it. I heard everybody else but me.
Good job, Ben.
What?
He left Roy asleep.
Fine, I'll go wake up Roy.
Okay, based on what you said, Trad, I assumed everyone had eventually been waken up, so...
Alright, but do I get all my spells back?
Hold on,
No.
I need to refresh.
No. No, whatever spells you spent like earlier earlier tonight while you were doing that, nope.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Alright, I'll cast
You
Pass
got
Without
like
a Trace.
3 hours of sleep.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace and just say, just hide.
Yep. Give it 30 minutes. If it's gone after 30, we're all set.
Everybody gets plus 10 that stealth checks if you want to hide.
Mhm.
That's an 18 for me.
Oh, good, thanks. I'll take my
35
34
for me.
stealth or whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Alec
Hold on.
died so well, none of you could tell where he went.
Good. Actually, I'll just go. Actually, can I?
I have
I'll
a
just go with-
33.
I'll go with Flavia here.
Wow, 33, not even as good as Alec. Good job.
Well, 22. 22, good enough. And I do not have disadvantage because of the way my armor is made.
Okay. Who's left? Anyone left? Anybody else gonna hide? feel like I'm missing some stealth numbers here.
Dibs and Palmer.
Oh, I'm stealthing? Alright.
Oh, everybody else, you don't have to.
Oh, I guess Silas would have to as well.
I'm not. Can I not go?
You can not stealth, correct. You can choose
Silas
not
got a
to.
natural
Hey.
20.
Get out
Got a
there, man.
natural
Be
20
safe.
33.
Stay well.
Are you just staying in your tent then, Nibs?
Just be safe.
16.
That's all I can ask for you.
Plus
Okay.
10.
26.
Silas
so
got
the-
a natural 20 into a 33, and Palmer got a 22.
The camp effectively disappears.
Good. Very good starting.
For a while, you hear the flapping continue. Once or twice, it does get a little bit closer to you, but not so much that you ever actually see anything or feel particularly threatened by it. There is a point, right about the time when, about that 25-ish, 30 minutes when you were going to wait went by, when you decide, just about the time you're thinking, you might just give up and go back to bed, it's not coming to get you at all, you hear way off in the distance some kind of indiscernible echoing, and then kind of like a smash kind of sound. After that, the flapping diminishes and light goes quiet.
I'm gonna give it another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
before
fuck
I,
with it.
Go back to sleep.
Okay. Anybody else? 20 minutes to go back to sleep?
I'm gonna stay up and wait a little bit.
I would like to go back to sleep. I need all my spells.
So do I, but I'm just gonna wait.
Good point. Well, he used a lot more of them than you did.
Yeah. I'll give it another 20 minutes. We're fine.
Okay. Yeah, 20 more minutes go by. Everything stays quiet. Nothing else happens. No flapping returns and nothing
I'm
else on
asleep,
the
by
road.
the way.
I'm gonna.
Alright, I'm going back to sleep.
Yep. I'm gonna go right back to my tent and get back to my spot. I'll stay awake, but I'm basically gonna be effectively resting. You know what I mean? For a little bit, probably goes off.
The rest of the night passes without incidents. And I would like to take a bathroom break here.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Back in a few guys. Yeah.
All right. No, I'm Beto, guys.
Nice stealth rolls tonight, everybody.
Yeah, stealth roll's been good.
Well, not great on my end, but the plus 10 made it work actually.
Yeah, plus 10 it's kind of tough to scuff.
Well, yeah, nat ones can always happen, but take what you get.
Even for me with a nat 1, that gives me a 20.
Yeah, but a nat 1 can actually count as an auto.
Yeah,
so-
true.
Not for ability checks.
Not always. I'm just saying.
Don't
it
worry,
can.
here, I'll roll
Depends
some
on-
sleight of hand.
There we go. That's a little.
Nothing
better.
like plus 18.
Nothing like a.
That fucking glove, man.
Yeah, that was a very interesting magic item to give.
It doesn't have many uses, but when I need to use it, it's always there for me. It's like American Express.
You don't want it around, but it's always useful when you need it.
Kind of like me. Fucking sad clown horns.
Nobody's gonna disagree with you there.
Can we stop with the wagons, guys? Like, can we just not?
I would love to.
Just not. Just say we
If he
did.
gives us another one, I'm waiting to see who's on watch that night, and I really hope it's
Who
Palmer.
wants to ride on my little red wagon? The axle's broken, my asshole's
I think
dragging.
we restarted the rotation this time,
Who's up next?
which would be me and Kenzie.
Oh. Fucking break.
Rory, do you want to keep first watch, or should I?
Are we not doing doubles?
We're gonna be doing doubles roughly. Overlap
Yeah,
at least
so
an hour, and then we'll be good.
Who's taking over after us?
You know what? I actually had, depending on the sleep schedule, I'll take over with either Devra. No, Devra just went on watch, I think. So I'll go.
I think it would be helpful, because Silas doesn't necessarily need sleep. He can sleep.
He doesn't count. Yeah, but he also
necessarily
isn't
sleep.
useful during the night. Is the problem because of how because of how his species and such works. He's not very helpful during the night, so it would be better to have another player.
Alright, I was just gonna say, like, whenever we have watch, it might help to have an extra pair of eyes, which would be Silas.
No, we already have an extra pair of eyes because we're going to be doubling. You know what?
Alright, y'all, quick
Florrie,
break for
you
the
wanna
bathroom?
watch with me next?
We're just chilling.
I think Alec went to the
Oh,
bathroom.
yeah, Alec went to the bathroom.
I'm still here.
Alec. Not you.
Ben, forefathers. Is the rice cereal treat good? Adam?
Adams is Rice Krispies.
Wood or ant?
I gotta run up to Lansdale on Wednesday. I need cat food and I need coils, and I just want to stop and say hi to Ron for a little bit.
Are they open?
Yeah, they're doing curbside.
No, the rice seal treat, is it good? Have you had that before? Or... What do you think? Okay. I'm gonna try it.
Honestly, 2 people watch is what we should have been doing from the very beginning, but
We just stopped doing it.
yeah, and now we see why we do it, right?
No.
Yeah, we did. Oh, wait, we never did that?
Literally never. Literally never.
Also,
I
shout outs
just
to Killer
said
Mike,
we
run the jewels.
Sure.
But yeah,
The
What
best.
would I,
Yeah,
what would I like
breakfast-
from Final Boss Fate? Any of those?
all their shit will kill your coils. It's good, but it's sweet.
And as for you, breakfast.
You
Navigate would have heard the shitty music opening, and then we would have been blown to hell. You know exactly how that works.
Convince Hughes to play Monster Hunter.
Nah, he'll do it when he's ready if he wants to. It is a series that is very hit or miss depending on.
I do want to help him with
Are we on break right now? Is that
Oh, yeah.
break?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, bet.
Yo, it's a no.
I started Xenoblade today.
How is it?
It's certainly what I remember it being,
What?
For better and for
but I'm
worse.
past the point of where I dropped it before, or I'm at the point where I dropped it before. So we'll see how it
You
goes
dropped
tonight.
what?
You know,
Xenoblade. I didn't like it on the Wii, but my complaints were like, it felt super dated and it felt like I was playing a poorly aged.
It
MMO.
looks really good. Like I've been watching Ken play it, and it looks real legit.
It definitely looks and sounds a lot better, which makes
Yeah,
me
you know what? You're right. I
know a
noticed
lot
the
of people are
sound on the
complaining.
original console was like, eh.
It was the Wii.
Yeah.
So like it was poorly optimized whenever they ported it to anything
Yeah.
else.
wait,
So it was like,
the Wii U?
what?
Was it the Wii or the Wii?
The
U?
Wii
Wii.
Wii. Like,
Which
Yeah.
Xenoblade are we talking
One.
about? Let's put it that way.
Xenoblade Chronicles, the
Yeah.
first one.
yeah.
Okay,
Remember,
yeah.
kids, I think the max. Palmer might correct me on this. I think the maximum output the Wii did was 480.
I think it was 480.
I think it was 480. Yeah.
For what it's worth,
720.
The Wii can go up to 576.
Yeah, 576. Thank you. It was a real awkward. But yeah.
For what it's worth, with regards, I was curious because Xenoblade Chronicles X is also a thing, and there's like, it gets a little confusing depending on what.
Yeah, no.
That is
I bought it. I have not played it. I have not looked at it yet, but I want to because so many people I know are like really gung ho about the game, and I think I need to start taking more recommendations. And yes, I will get to the speedruns I owe everybody after fucking 15 is out of my life again.
How long is
What are you
that
doing
for?
15 for again? Are you just doing it for the sake of doing it?
Relay. Relay next week.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You're doing it with Mutsky and Close and
The entire
Luz
Final
and
Fantasy community.
Toju.
I don't think Toji's running. He might be commentating, but I don't think he's running.
I don't remember. I know I saw a bunch of people with it in their titles, and I've been watching a lot more Final Fantasy speedrunners recently because I've been active with FF7. So.
Mhm.
Oh, Dave.
Are we gonna be in that relay?
I don't think so.
Everyone back?
If it was, I would have asked to participate.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Palmer's here.
Nah. Shut up. Go away.
Oh.
Yeah, DQ11 is another
Cool.
game I want to get to too. It's just I just need more free time, and I need things in my life to settle down more.
Well, Ben, when you start Xenoblade, let me know so I can help you if you need it. Alright.
Yeah.
Like I said, I logged 500 hours, 500 plus hours in the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And once I get my hands on the Xenoblade Chronicles 1, I'm probably gonna do that plus more.
Dungeons and Dragons, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
All right, I guess. You always go on pee breaks. I'm like, yeah, I should pee, and then I get sucked into something.
Oh, did you not pee? Do you need
No,
to go pee
I'll
now?
just pee whenever the fuck I want, because it's my stream.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so 25 miles. Oh, Druidcraft.
Well, I
what's the
would
weather like?
walk 25 whole miles. Well, I would walk no more than 25.
Oh, no more than 25? Yeah. A little bit sunnier, otherwise, more of the same.
Gotcha. 25 miles.
Wait, let me see how far we are here. I want to say,
Ba-da-da-da.
Damn, we're just a day out.
I think if we push it and just take that point of exhaustion, we can make the end by nightfall.
I'm not entirely certain on that, actually. Technically speaking, this would be, we're limited by our slowest party member, dude. That's the thing.
Which I think would be me.
Yes.
That would be me, unless you count me using Dimension Door.
No. We're talking about, what's your movement speed?
30.
Put him
Yeah,
on
no,
the
the-
horse.
yeah.
Yo, put him on the horse. Put him on the horse, and his move speed is exactly what ours.
Yep, well, actually it's even higher, so then, yeah, we'd be able to raise it by a good amount.
Whoa, Palmer's is the same as mine.
Hmm?
Well,
Almost
mine
any
is
human
25
can-
because I'm shorter than everybody else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we're
so
about to-
Paul-
Palmer and I are 30. You're 25. It's only Nibs and Dev that can like. Oh, and I guess Flavia, that can kind of like go crazy with like constant dashing and really far movement.
Yeah,
There you
speed
go.
40, advantage, and a really high athletics, and
Well, what I'm suggesting is like if we push it, like if we don't stop traveling, we can probably make the end by nightfall. I think we would just take a point of exhaustion, right?
Is there a reason to?
Look
Or
at
we
the, look at the
avoid a
math I
huge
just
rush?
did. There's no way you're making it by nightfall.
Right.
It's
If
50
one,
hours.
There you go.
if one day's travel, 12 hours equals 25 miles to the 40. All right,
Yeah,
so
good,
it would be 20. So it'd be a day and a half.
There's no reason to rush it at that point, though. There's literally, we don't get anything by rushing.
Right. I just wanted to pose the idea, but like if you guys don't see a need to rush, then I'll just go
No.
the appropriate amount.
Yeah, we're only gonna go 25.
Let's just
There's
stop
no-
chasing caravans, please.
Can I park us here, or do you want to go back into the woods?
Let's go back into the woods a little bit. It's the final night of doing this, so it doesn't really matter after this. And make
Yeah.
sure before we go to sleep, just
This is the last night that moving into the woods is really going to be an option anyway.
yeah, and that's perfect. It works out nicely.
All right.
Nightfall. First watch.
Me?
That would be me and Kenzie.
Oh. Oh, bummer.
Because
So take it-
I think we've unanimously decided that we're doing it in doubles from now on.
Oh,
Yep.
man.
So take
'Cause we can't
your
leave Palmer
advantage,
alone.
Smokey.
Or you. Yeah.
Take your advantage, Smokey, because I'm assisting you with it.
Can I make light conversation with Kenzie?
You can try.
So weather's been nice these past few days.
Oh, hitting him with the fucking weather talk.
What's the deal with the caravan food?
What's the deal with this caravan food?
And with that, we're back into the Seinfeld cesspit. Welcome back, everyone.
Well, how did you feel about the dragon that we ate tonight? You said perception, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I probably
I
didn't
asked
eat it.
her
Probably
question.
rations.
I said yes.
No, I asked Kenzie a question.
What did you ask? Was it about the dragon thing?
Yeah, I was asking
Oh.
how did you feel about the dragon we ate today?
I didn't eat it. I ate rations. I've been getting rid of rations every time we camp. So,
Purposely not eating the dragon.
Is everything all right? You've been quiet these past few days, and I'm worried about you.
generally things are quiet when people don't talk to you.
Just to avoid.
Ooh, ouch. I just want to make sure that you're all right. What's going on?
Everything's fine. Kenzie opens his book. Starts reading.
I guess I'll pull out my monster manual and just start and finish writing the notes on the green dragon.
Kenzie, without looking, good talk. Will close his book after a minute or two and kind of just like sigh wistfully.
Trying my best here, Roy.
Look how far that's gotten you.
I am trying my best here to keep you involved.
Kenzie is
You
literally.
don't need to.
He's playing his character.
I am. So I have been quiet for so long.
I figured you were going to say, say it.
18 perception.
First watch passes very quietly. Nothing happens.
Alright. Do you want to see this cool trick I taught Silas?
No, and Kenzie will get up and go to
Kenzie just ashes his cigar on Drake and goes to bed.
Kenzie's savage, bro.
Silas will land on my arm, just caw sadly, and I'll walk him off the bed.
Whoa, you made him cat walk away, Roy.
Charlie Brown music.
You pulled the
Look at
football
look at the
away
bright
from
side. At least he didn't dab on.
Kenzie, you absolutely should do that next time.
Why don't I have said
Dabbing
Charlie
doesn't
Brown
exist.
music already fucking queued up?
That is very prescient of you.
God damn it!
Right. Next cycle of watch will be. No, was it?
It's Atos and Flavia, I thought.
Yep. Flavia.
Yeah, you guys said it was you guys.
the beefies, the beefy boy and girl.
Yep.
Yeah, heavy hitters.
Let's go. All right, Flavia. Do you want me to provide? What's your perception there, Alec?
We're gonna want to go with my perception because I have expertise. It's a 9.
Yeah, we're definitely giving you that. Thank you. Also, I assume that that unlike Drake, they actually have pretty normal conversation for the two of them.
Probably.
Come on now.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's easy with those two.
Undercut me like that.
You did it yourself, mate. I do love the weather line. That's probably my favorite line of the night, besides the entire Palmer incident.
Look, if you're gonna guess $800, it's just good strategy to guess $801.
My favorite is still one of my friends is a dwarf.
As I said, the entire Palmer incident just.
Oh, we have several of those now.
This is
Keep
only
going.
and now you can tell he's from Rosberg because this is normal around here.
27 perception. The two. Someone said beefy boys. I think that doesn't make sense because Flavia's a girl. The two beefy ones.
I said beefy boy and girl.
Beefy boy and girl. Hear a caravan wagon off in the distance.
They're gonna. Alto's gonna look at her. Look at the road where it is. Can we see it from here, or are we actually far enough in there?
It's the same thing. It's like a good solid. Like you've traveled a ways off the road here.
Remember, you wanted to be off road, so we're off road.
Oh no, I wanted to make sure that we were fully off.
Third time's the charm.
All right. No. Alto's gonna look at her. Look at in the direction of the road. Do we even bother?
I mean, I could try.
So could I. Look at how well that could possibly end.
I mean,
The two most intimidating looking members.
Yeah.
Yeah. The scariest too.
Yeah.
And watch it go well.
I
You
mean,
know what? Fuck it. Let's go.
no, Atos, you're clad in armor like this. Just leave it to me. I'm lightly armored at least.
Oh yeah, no. I'll stay here. I'll stay here. If you let me this way. You can make your voice carry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. If you make any noise, I'll come. I'll wake the other. That'll wake the others, or I will. Okay.
Watch this go extremely well.
Oh, this is
So-
gonna go perfectly. I really hope we all roll nat 1 on this entire thing.
Yeah. So Flavia's going to go down to the road. She's going to be plainly visible, and as they approach, she's going to say in a normal voice, "Hail, traveler. Sorry to bother you, but is something really wrong going on in Rails?"
Roll charisma.
Oh, he has been waiting for this.
That's the highest roll I've gotten on my D20 right here.
Hi.
Well, my D20 isn't necessarily a contest. It's more of a reaction. 15. That's your question. This is just a guy.
Okay.
We're looking for a 7? No. Okay. He's a human. He's unnerved by your appearance on the side of the road, but not nearly as spooked out as any of the other people have been so far. He says, well, you heard about the Medusas, right? Like, that's been going on for a while.
Oh boy, it's the Medusas.
But really only vaguely.
Here we go.
We're heading there, so, it would just would be good.
No one ever tells us regular folk very much, but what I gathered is that it sounded like they had it all taken care of. They started letting us back to the city, and it's very much not all completely taken care of. They were looking for people to help with it several months ago, and then I guess they had found somebody to do it. So when they opened up the city again, and now I don't know if they're looking for people to help again or what the deal is, but I don't know. I had to leave behind my house. I'm trying to move out to Oak and Bluff now. I can't be bothered with this shit anymore. This nonsense has been going on for months.
I'm sorry to hear that. You don't happen to know anything about the people they hired?
He shakes his head no and goes, all I know is that for a long time they kept hiring people who went in and nobody ever came back out. And the first time someone came back out, everyone got all excited and said the day was saved, and then they got paid and wandered away. And I don't know what happened to them. I have no idea what their deal was, who they were, what they looked like, any of it. Just that maybe they thought they did a better job than they did, or maybe they just lied to us all. Who knows? Yeah,
could have been a charlatan. Sorry to hear that. Here, traveler, for your trouble, and Flavia is going to 5 gold.
He's a little bit hesitant to let you get that close to him.
Come on, do it.
And walk off.
All right. Yeah, he waits till you're gone and then climbs down and go grabs it because money's money, but he waits a while to make sure that he doesn't think you're coming back.
That's fine. She'll just let him walk off. And then she'll go...
Afterwards, he continues off to the east.
And then she'll go up to Atos, basically brief him on what the traveler said and says, basically it checks out to me. Either they had a charlatan or there's something more nefarious going on there. Hard to say.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Let's look at our luck and let's look at the forces against us. Why not both? By the way, I don't suppose that you turned him into a turtle and then tried to raid his carriage and scare his wife off, correct?
Well, his wife, I don't know if she even exists, if he had one. And I didn't turn him into a turtle, I turned him into a newt. And it's obvious that she's not telling the truth. She's not even trying to be convincing about it.
No, he nods. Okay, good. We'll clean up the remains in the morning. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
I'm kind of surprised to find out that Flavia has that kind of magic.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Flavia is walking around with a very specific kind of polymorph. Weird.
I am so pissed.
It's okay. They all get better.
It just takes a while, right?
Better.
Okay. Thank you.
So pissed that went well.
I know, it's so anticlimactic, right? The two intimidating people fucking don't fuck it up.
Hey now.
Alright, I guess it's morning.
The rest of the night passes uneventfully.
The two intimidating people are the least intimidating.
Alright, let's get us to an inn so we can sell this meat. I'm gonna say we ate all the prime dragon meat by the time we've gotten here.
Oh,
Right?
that's a fair.
It's
Yeah.
like the 8 strength wizard being the one to strength check the door open.
Yeah, it's push, not pull, guys. Come on now.
No, you loosened up.
I kick the door.
I can imagine that they're not particularly okay with a half horse looking dragon on their
Well,
doorstep.
he has human form. And he's been traveling with human form for most of the time lately anyway. He'll flip the dragon form and then go off on his hunts, but then he'll come back and then he continues with you guys in human form.
Okay.
Trying to get more comfortable with it. So after the first couple miles of the day, pretty early in the day still, you continue up the road, and you see like this really vaguely familiar suit of armor. You can't quite place where you know it from, but it does look about as sad as any suit of armor you've ever seen.
Is it?
It's sitting on a rock by the side, elbows on knees, hunched half forward, staring straight ahead at kind of nothing. If it's possible for a suit of full armor to look depressed, this one does. You're not even entirely sure if there's anyone inside until you get a little bit closer, and it releases this thunderous echoing sigh.
Atos, is this your
Birds
brother?
scatter from nearby trees, small rodents sprint out of the grasses and up the roads beside you, even the ever-present sound of the river momentarily silences itself. He is about 15 to 20 feet ahead when he does this.
It's Atos's brother,
Atos
everyone.
will grumble something about brain the size of a planet. May ask you to take him, and probably gonna ask to take someone down to the brig. That's never job satisfaction.
Atos, are you related to this person?
I don't know. Actually, that's a very good question. Let's find out.
Can I send Silas to poke the armor? Or I'll ask the party. Should I send Silas to poke the armor?
Nah, we'll do it.
Don't bother it.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Why don't we just continue to Railsburg?
The armor, you know, as wonderful as this is, I think we're. Oh wait, have we made our 25? We'll do that in a minute.
We're at the end.
Alright,
This is like 5 to 10 in.
Re-lodging. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
And as you guys are discussing this, and this figure is in front of you, Kenzie actually recognizes the large, enormous shield on the ground next to him. That's Brodok Bro.
Who?
Brodok the Bro?
Yeah, I remember Brodok. I literally asked that, and I was muted. I was like, is that Brodok?
You were muted, yeah, because you didn't. I did not hear shit. I'm finding the thing if I can. There we go. There's the Brodok shirt.
It's the dude we heard about on the river, wasn't it?
The guy that threw potions at all of us.
Yeah.
I got healing bond by Brodok the Bro.
Take care, Brodok.
He passed along on the raft before. He was in a full suit of armor and with a very large shield beside him.
Oh, it's a fellow dwarf.
That was quite some time ago. That was when you guys were first traveling east along the river, way back at the beginning of last chapter.
Yep.
He seems depressed. Can I?
We don't. Well, if he's stopping at the end, we can absolutely talk to him. Otherwise, no bother.
You guys are still about 20 miles, 15 to 20 miles from the inn at this point, and he is just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm not approaching him.
Yeah, I'll wish him well as we go, but that's about all I got for him.
That's a dwarf, though. I want to see if anything's wrong.
Okay,
God,
so
I'm telling
I'm
you, they're beating-
Kenzie continuing past.
Well, I'll just give him a salute as he goes by, and that's about it.
Okay.
I'll approach Brodok and Brodok and say in Dwarvish.
Yeah, you don't know Brodok.
I'll say in Dwarvish, is everything all right?
He immediately bursts into tears when you say this.
No.
I would like to say, please, hey, stop that. Stop that.
At this point, Flavia pauses.
Yeah, even Atos.
What's wrong? He'll say, Drake will say a little shakily in Dwarvish.
He says in heavily accented but understandable, mostly understandable common because he's blubbering so much. Something to the effect of, I don't deserve your help. I don't deserve your sympathy. I don't even deserve to be called bro. And then he goes back to crying for a while. Drake and everyone, Drake and everyone else in the party who knows anything about dwarven culture knows that the dwarves take the title of bro very seriously.
We really do.
Emphasizing the helplessness or the helpfulness aspect to like a punk. So most bros, like true bros, like in a city like Chloref, they're armed with like half a dozen references of people who will vouch for the fact that they're like a good bro. Now, anyone who spent time in Railsburg kind of knows Brodok the Bro as like a potion salesman, and that's about it. But Drake, you grew up in Chloreft, which, as I pointed out before, no one else can really go in because they're not dwarves. He's kind of the divisive figure there, because most everyone knows his name and uses his products, but most people in the city kind of think he's a selfish fuck.
It's calm emotions.
He can choose to fail if he wishes. No, he chooses to fail it, and he calms down.
All right, yeah. All right. Get your knickers together and tell me what's wrong.
Well, he stops for a moment and takes a drink from a bottle, which is kind of weird because dwarves all have their flasks.
Right. As we do.
Mm-hmm. And he takes his long drink and puts the bottle down next to him and shakes his head and says, "I was robbed, and I deserved it."
You were
He
wrong.
says, and part of this you guys already know, that the dwarves' culture, especially in Gloreft, is to take the boats down the river to Relsburg, sell their shit, and then travel back up there on foot, usually with some bodyguards. Even with the cost of some good bodyguards, Brodok earns a pretty good profit going back and forth like this, and he enjoys the trip, so he does it about 4 times a year. This time, he heard in advance of the Medusa infestation. Realized he had large stores of one of the ingredients, which is kind of rare, in making stone-to-flesh potions. So he made a big-ass batch, went down there, jacked the prices up to about 450%, and made an absolute killing. He sold all of them out, because where are they going to need stone-to-flesh potions more than where there's a fucking Medusa infestation?
He's telling me all of this?
He's kind of explaining this to you as a group, yeah. He's speaking in common, so anybody who's standing by is listening along with
I was going to say, Flavia understands it anyway.
I'm just shaking my head in disappointment.
So he says, he's been doing this a long time, the potion making, not necessarily the price gouging. But he knows enough to trust his work, and stone-to-flesh potions are kind of hard to test. Like, it's kind of hard to find somebody that's willing to get petrified. You can test a potion on him to see if it works. So he developed a tendency to just kind of make potions and sell them without testing the batches. This batch, of course, wound up faulty because the thing he had a lot of wound up to be spoiled. So in a few cases, it worked as advertised. It saved statues and brought them back to life as people. Sometimes it did nothing. Sometimes it outright killed the person it was supposed to be saving. He didn't find out about any of this, of course, until he was, on his way out of town, having, just hired a couple of bodyguards. So he says he kind of thought for a minute about stopping to give refunds or to try to make things right, but as soon as he realized how pissed off people were going to be, he just took off. He skipped town. So,
hey, Ginge, sorry I was I was out. I hope you're doing well.
Bodyguards he hired,
Yo, what's up, Sharky? How you doing?
Took off to the east.
I hope you're doing super well, butter.
Stayed the night there.
What are you still doing up?
Not far past the inn, though, his 2 bodyguards revealed that they'd been burned by his shitty merchandise, and they took this job to rob him. And as they say this, the rest of their group, to make a total of 6 people who have been following them this whole time, like half a day back on the road, show up, they rob the hell out of him, take all of his money, take his flask, and disappear, leave him there for dead. They go back to the west.
All right. I think I had enough.
He says he gets it. He's like, you get it. I deserve this. This is karma.
How long have you been sober?
He holds up a bottle and shakes it and goes, it's not so much how long I've been sober, but how long until I'm sober, and it's soon.
I'll hand him 2 bottles of my ale, just to hold him over.
He accepts it gratefully.
Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to tell me how much money you lost. And I'll roll persuasion if I have to. I'm trying to help you here, though.
He kind of laughs and goes, you have no idea what my prices are before I start gouging.
I will hand him a pouch with 200 platinum. I will hand him a pouch with 200 platinum in it.
Do you have 200 platinum?
845 platinum.
You
How
should not
the
have that
fuck
money.
do you have that much money? Nobody else at the party has remotely.
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Nope.
Gold,
maybe.
I thought it was silver. No.
Well, no. When we got back from High Sight, I had roughly 500 platinum on me.
There's no way in hell you would have had
Oh, well,
it.
you did. No.
What? Yeah, how is that possible? I only have 208, and I thought I was the
Okay.
richest of us.
Yeah, you were pretty much
Okay,
off.
so Flavia has spent practically nothing since getting the big windfall, right? And had a bunch saved up before that. She has less than 600 gold and less than 110 platinum.
Yeah, there's no way you have that much. You did math wrong somewhere, Smokey. That's all there is to it. You like swapped a decimal point.
That or a typo or something like that.
I'll grant you haven't spent much money, so you should have a chunk, but that's way more than you should have.
Literally, let me put it this way: if the rest of the party cannot equal that by basically adding it up, there's no way in hell in heaven.
All right, I'll knock off 300 from my total.
That would still be no. That is still way more than you would.
Then what do I do? I don't know how much platinum I have if that's not the case.
Okay, this could be pretty easily. This could be easily solved. First, does anyone remember what each share was of the big pile of cash in high side?
No,
I
because
believe
it was
we have
different for every person.
It's written down somewhere. I would have to search it out.
Okay,
Ben
someone
probably
find
has it.
that, and then Smokey, how much money did I tell you to start with? When you made this character.
100 platinum to start with.
Okay.
And you used how much did you use?
I used half of that.
Okay, so you started this there.
Or no, I used about 35 of that.
That
Started the game at about 65. If nobody else has anywhere near that, it's impossible. You made a mistake somewhere on this. You shouldn't have. I mean, it's gonna depend on how much like everybody's share was on the thing, but I'm guessing you should have no more than 150, if that.
Yeah, no, it was like 1,000 silver. I think that's what you did. You thought the silver was platinum. It's not platinum. It was like 1,000 silver.
That would make some sense somewhere.
A bit of A thousand silver is only like 10 platinum. Divide by 10. Divide by 10.
Here's what I'll do.
Did it maybe wind up in a text with Ben or like leave a note for Ben or something? I remember it was somewhere in the fucking Discord.
I know Ben has it, and he might have pinned it in my chat. You want me to quickly take a look?
Yeah, I mean, if we can find this number, we can solve this. But I mean, we can also move forward at the
hand
same
him-
time on the understanding that you don't have nearly as much money as you think you do.
Can I give him a pouch with 50 platinum in it?
Yes, you definitely have at least 50 platinum that you can.
I will give him this pouch with 50 platinum in it. I will tell him, and this is just so that we can move forward and not have to stay on the issue until we can figure it out. I will hand him 50 platinum and say, make your way to Brent's login.
Because I don't live in Brennslagen, I live in Glorraft.
You will make your way to Brent's login. And you will work towards fixing this mess. You will get the proper ingredients that you need, and then you will make your way back to Railsburg and start fixing people. And not price gouging them.
Everything
You're not supposed to be doing that.
Everything I use to make potions and all of my equipment in my home is not in Brennslagen, so stop telling me to go to some city I don't have any connection to. And I mean, I'll accept your money, but this is like a fraction of what I need to do this and what I lost. Is this how he looks at the rest of you and goes, is this how he operates? Does he usually just throw money at people like this?
No.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to help.
I don't know. I don't know him that well.
No, you're right. It's how Brave Lee operated, but you know.
Wait, how do you
I'm
even
trying
have
my
calm
best to help.
emotions?
Is it not
a
on the
druid. He has one level in druid.
It's not
As
a
far
druid
as I'm
spell.
concerned, he fucked up.
Is that not a ranger
No,
spell?
it's
Wait a minute.
He's gonna.
Bardic
Hey, he's
cleric
gonna
spell.
go.
Now, how the fuck did-
So Flavia's
Never
gonna say.
Go on.
So as far as I'm concerned, look, he fucked up. He knows he fucked up. He can learn from this. It's not like he's left with nothing. He just has nothing right now. I mean, help him get back home. That's enough. He should be able to pick up the pieces.
What the lady said.
Sure.
Take
I
this
do
money.
kind of want to go back to that. How do you have calm emotions, Smokey?
It's a druid spell.
No, it's not. It's
No,
a
it's
cleric
not.
and a bard spell.
Why do I have it on my spell list?
Because you put it there? Oh, because I think if you didn't put it there, hold on. Is there a feature in Druid that lets you get some spells from other lists? That might be a case.
Not till second level.
Yeah, then I have no idea how you got it.
I don't know how I got into my spell list.
You shouldn't even have a level 2 spell as a level 1 druid.
I have level 2 spells
That
As a
range,
ranger,
different, yeah, different slots.
but
They're actually counted slightly differently.
ranger doesn't get it either. Regardless, back to Brodok.
Yeah, we can go back to Brodok, but this will need to be fixed because this is like,
Yeah, this is actually
like
Okay.
it kind of makes most of his spell list suspect to me now.
So,
Yeah, I'm a little curious myself.
here are the numbers we ended up with.
Excellent. I'm still trying to find
108 copper, 1100 some silver, gold that ended up balanced out, platinum that ended up balanced out, but it was like about a little under 2,000 gold.
That sounds
Each.
about right.
Which would be about 200 platinum each.
Because I've spent a lot of my money, and I have 126 platinum left, and like nothing else in other currencies. And I
Okay,
spent a good
so
chunk of money.
65, 200. Smokey, before you gave this guy any of your money, you should have had about 265 platinum.
All right.
If you give him 50, you now have 215 platinum.
And what did you, Smokey? Can you send me a quick DM about what you bought with that plat? Just real quick. I just want
Okay,
to check.
guys, we'll take this
Guys.
all off stream.
Yeah.
It's not something we do right now. Let's
Oh, yeah,
get on
I just wanted
the-
later.
I'll send it to you after
Yeah, go for it.
all is done because you should have it.
I don't believe I do.
Right, so he takes your money and says, "All right, you know what? Sure, I'll go.
Make your way back
I'll
to
go home
Florida
and make a new batch of potions and come out here with them. I don't have my flask is gone. I guess I have to live with that. That's just the price I paid for this.
Please don't price gouge this time.
And I posted the link to the post that Ben laid everything out on in the D&D campaign channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of it. There seems to be a lot of my character sheet that's messed up. Then I don't know what went wrong.
Got it.
One thing I will
Hey,
say
Enro.
about
I hope you're doing okay.
multiclassing and spells is that
Demon woke up, played Hearthstone with her until she had to pick up her sister, been reading too much social media and
the
letting her brain
ranger
get fried
levels
from it.
count
Exactly.
towards
I'm
skill
off of
levels
it.
on a
I'm only on
4-1
positive
basis.
shit right now.
So
the only positive.
it is feasible
I'm gonna
that
step
you
away
could get
for just a second. I'll be right back.
second level spell, for example, early, but it would be a little bit too early for it now, I think. Because
well, technically he would be, if he's level 8 ranger, that would give him access to level 2.
yeah, that would be exactly enough to give access to level 2. So yeah,
But do they keep the spell list and classes separately for that, or do they actually just compound it?
it's kind of just all mushed together. Whenever you gain spells you have access to, and that's kind of how it's handled.
And I thought that in Common Motions was on that list of spells that I can grab at second level. I don't know why. There must have been a hiccup on Roll20's part.
It's entirely possible that there could have been a hiccup in something like that, or depending on
I used the character mancer to level up.
I'm pulling out the PDF, but we can continue for the moment.
All right. I will give Brodok 50 platinum to make his way back to Gloreth and just do the right thing.
So much money that he doesn't need to do that. But God, yeah. He says, all right. He gets himself up off the side and kind of like brushes himself off a little bit and hikes up his shield and says, just do me a favor. If you see these guys, you'll recognize them. You will recognize these guys. There were half a dozen of them, and that blonde bitch had a goddamn most crazy ass like seafoam green sword I've ever seen in my life. You'll recognize them when you see them. Just if you ever have a chance to get my fucking flask back from those guys, I promise to reward you for it one day, like whenever we see each other again.
Fair enough. And as we leave, I just want to say that Flavia will just kind of hold back just a touch, and passing by Brodok at the last second. That naive guy's name is Drake Thunderbrand. Remember it, because you do owe him.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Eh?
We'll
And that's it.
We'll continue on our way to the end.
All right.
Admiral, how are you? You spectacular
Well,
W.
y'all do what you do. I'm gonna figure out what the fuck's up with my spell list.
Just making sure everything's set right before we jump to the next one. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Sure, okay.
Let's check this real quick because that is not clear and that's not okay. It's not clear.
The Terrapart Inn sits at a crossroads where one can travel west to Railsburg, east to Oakenbluff and Brentlagen, or south to Reagan, Rockport, and Rostov. While not technically part of Railsburg, was considered to be the true gateway to the region, marking the southwesternmost corner of the Bellwood. As the forest thins out, you can make out a few of the area's famed windmills out under the trees, silhouetted in the setting sun. The inn itself is 2 stories, wooden, with a number of windows on each floor. First floor consists of a tavern and stage, while the second has a number of bedrooms of varying sizes. The yellow thatched roof is visible for miles around, and though it is a stopping point for most everyone who passes by, rarely plays host to more than 5 or 6 people at a time. It's known to be a little bit of a violent place sometimes. It's supposedly like a neutral zone, being not really part of Railsburg at all, but it's rather used to becoming an impromptu battleground as rivals, grudges, and feuds find their way to the local doors. Local lore holds that the windows all initially had glass in them, but after several years of having to replace them every few months, that became too expensive, and over time each was shattered and left wide open. Now on the main floor, signs along the walls all jokingly indicate the windows as emergency exits. You approach from the east and see the inn.
Well,
I
when
can't
the
see
map,
anything.
well, when the map, there we go. Let's say when the map stops being blurry, you're right.
Well, the map's not even blurry for me. It's black.
Oh.
Really? Hang on. Probably something about. Yeah, there we go. Has. You can see now? You should be able to see now.
Yeah, I can see it.
I gotta adjust my points again. That's all right. All set now.
All right. I think I figured out what the issue was. My spell sheet, at least.
I'll also point out as we move in here, I'm going to start highlighting doors in white.
Can I call like a 2-3 minute pee break? Can I call like a 2-3 minute pee break? Okay.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Also, as a note, I actually looked into multi-classing with spellcasting, and it's a little weird.
It's just weird.
Oh, of course it is. So
It is.
yeah, it's like your available spell slots go up, and
It's just weird.
They go up by 1, right?
Not okay. So with druid,
okay. The thing I had wrong is that spells learned can't just be of any level you have access to spell slots. It's
only
essentially if you just went through a crap ton of different spell casting classes, for example, not taking many levels in any of them, and just did your entire build that way, you would be a low-level spell master who would have higher level slots that you could bump those low-level spells up into. But the bottom line is that multi-classing with spellcasting is a bit weird in 5e, and I'm not a huge fan of
there's
exactly how they handle it.
There's a reason why if you're gonna cross class, especially with multicasters, you kind of look up guides, because so the way it works is that you determine what spells you know and can prepare each day, for each class individually, as if you were a single class member of that class. For example, if you're a ranger for Wizard 3, for example, you know 3 first-level ranger spells based on your levels in the ranger class. As a third-level wizard, you know 3 wizard cantrips, and your spellbook contains 10 wizard spells. And it goes on. So it's really weird. Is it as bad as it was in I can't remember. I don't think it was.
Just
I think
don't multi-class. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you don't multi-class into
Moral
casters.
of the stories: don't multi-class. Just keep it.
Don't
simple,
be that
stupid.
asshole. Though.
The thing is, if I were doing the multi-classing myself, I would definitely have those rules like right there in my recall. I would get it absolutely right. But I'm not. I'm playing a multi-classed non-caster, so
I mean,
it's not right in my
non-caster.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me for not having the foresight
It's
to have
all
a rule
okay.
build.
You could have it if you
next
wanted.
time,
But
ask
yeah,
for
just
help.
knowing that moving forward.
Just ask for help. It's all good. If you're unsure.
I figured out the issue with I think I figured out the issue with my spells with my spell list is that I grabbed enhanced or not enhanced ability. I grabbed calm emotions by accident.
How did you grab cognitions? Yeah, when it's not on your spell list, or do you just kind of pick it out by accident?
I think I might have picked it up by accident.
Okay. Because technically speaking, I think there's a feat that might let you do something like that, but I wasn't sure if you took
there
that.
is. Initiate, I think.
Oh yeah, no, it's only first level spells. It's only first level, so
Oh yeah,
that's only first level.
yeah, cantrip.
And for what it's worth, I'm sorry about the money issue. I really don't know what went wrong there. I might have just might have just put a decimal somewhere.
Yeah, was there a 0 at the end of your platinum pieces count?
Yes.
Yeah,
In that
that
case, I'm guessing it's just a typing or editing error, and that can happen to.
Yeah. Also, the main reason I'm interested about the prices is because prices of magical items are, as anyone who's tried to do this knows, fucking wonky. Putting it mildly.
Well, the only magical item I have on my person is my bow, and that's not even magical. It's just a +1.
That's still magical. +1 is magical.
From one perspective, I like the way they handle magic items here, and that is not just like a set price.
Yeah.
They specifically are leaving things up to the DM in a big way and saying like, hey, these things are kind of where they're subject to like rare.
For most of my platinum,
they're subject.
Asking you about this, you said that it cost me 25 platinum to get that bow.
Yeah, which is correct. Did you buy anything else that was magical besides the bow?
No.
Okay, then that would definitely explain the cost and such. You didn't buy +1 armor.
I have +1 armor.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think you picked that up.
Got it later. Yeah, as loot.
So it's irrelevant conversation.
Yeah, that's why specifically I was asking. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, that checks out. It's just that pricing of magic items is not. The problem is that, especially if you come from earlier editions where you're used to being able to buy, magic items left and right, it's kind of hard to figure out the pricing.
I also have a Garfield comic in my inventory for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's
That was a book.
Yeah,
That was
good job, Fred.
Why did he? Oh, because somebody threw it at you.
I think so, or someone else gave it to you saying it was toilet paper.
Why is everyone throwing books in this game?
Oh yeah,
Why is everybody throwing books in this game? Indeed.
Someone gave it to you for a reason. I don't remember what the reason was. It probably was Ben, because he would have been the one who had it.
Either that or Palmer, because Palmer was trying to use it to roll joints, if I'm not mistaken.
It was, that's right. That is that. Yeah, that's right. That's where that came from.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. He was trying to use it to roll joints, and he might have given it to you afterwards.
If you can sell it.
If you can sell that cursed item, all the power to you.
It's not a cursed item, it's just a comic.
Yeah, it's a cursed item. It's fucking Garfield comic, man. Also, for what it's worth, the best we have, at least in one book that I have here, is the crafting time and cost. It's not very helpful for actually determining what a magic item is worth.
That's where that's where usually it points you to is to do the math based off of what it takes to make it.
Yeah, that's why I keep my
per hour or some shit.
Yeah, that's why I keep another book with me that actually has like a table of magic items that are priced roughly.
That's pretty much what I had to do with the tattoo stuff. Figure out price of ingredients plus time plus skill of person and like do math.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tattoos.
It's not there yet. We're not there yet. Soon.
More than beard.
Soon. TM.
Soon. Yeah. When the GM says we're ready, or when we can find someone.
More than beard. It's gonna be tiring.
Just wait until I play Dwarf. I might just get people to start saying something from my group. Dumathoin's King.
Get out of here.
I have a question. Do I get the saving throws from Druid as well? The proficiency in
No, you do not. You get no new no, you do not get proficiencies or anything like that.
Well, I get skill proficiencies.
You do get skills. You just don't get saving throws or
because if you did that,
specific skills.
Yeah, if you
because they're proficient in dexterity and wisdom saving throws.
Okay, so the way it works,
you don't get that.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
the way it works-
I'm already proficient in dexterity.
no, so the way it works, Smokey, is when you go into a class, okay, with multi-classing, you gain some of the proficiencies in an other than your initial class. So if you're going to druid, you get light armor, medium armor, shields, and then no metal is what you get, and that's what you get, and that's it. You don't get new skills. You don't get new you get a new hit die, which is a D8 for you. And anytime you take a level in that, you're gonna get 1d8 plus your con mod.
Right.
But you don't get anything like that. You don't get anything new saves because if you did, I think they
All right,
used
kiddos.
to,
Thanks for waiting. Shelby is awake and with us. If anyone wants to say hello, she doing all right?
Hi, Shelby.
No, you used to, and it was broken as shit because
Ooh.
3 classes cover like all the same, And for the record, I do.
Sorry for off tracking us. I felt that while we were on break, I just needed to get this in order.
No, that's fine.
She's out all over.
On break, there is no track. There's no track on break. Don't worry about it.
Oh, here. Let me look up druid. Beyond.
Oh, if you're using D&D Beyond, that might also be it. I'm not too familiar with it, but I do know that if you don't have every book unlocked, it can be a bitch.
No, like I'm just looking at the skills.
Oh.
All right. So what are we fucking doing?
We're going
Huh?
on.
We're walking up to it. It is like the end of the day. It's kind of sunsetish. I'm gonna point out too. Obviously, we all have Discord open, but I'm gonna be sending you all DMs as you walk in because what you see might be a little bit something a little bit different to each.
This is the inn, correct?
The big ass building in front of you guys. Yes.
All right.
Good.
I'm just gonna stroll right in.
Yeah, we'll go.
Dude.
Let's go.
Sorry, not totally. I got a little distracted.
No, that's too far. That's point.
Ow! Doors swing open, and immediately as you walk in, many of you, having stopped here several times in the past, feel somewhat weirdly at home. Some of you recognize faces, either clearly or dimly, and all of you are struck by how busy it is. Despite being such a popular stopping point, the tavern rarely has more than a handful of people in it, but this evening, there are a few seats empty. Curiously, the stage too is empty. The stage at the Tear is rather well known for hosting acts of all sizes, traditionally in exchange for lodging. As the door opens, most heads turn to watch you enter. And just pop over to your Discord DMs.
Hey, have I seen you before? You look familiar.
Alec and Ben and Smokey
Sorry, that was
and
the
Larry and Palmer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got each of you guys.
Oh no, not this guy.
I know one of these gentlemen.
This guy right here. I know.
Discord DM text for any for specifically what you
Hey
notice.
man, how you doing there, cheater? Was he a dirty boxer? He was a dirty boxer, right? This guy, Tom Lumps McGee.
No. He was no.
That would be Alec who answered that. That was Alec who controlled him.
Was he a dirty boxer? What was his deal?
Alec?
Okay.
Okay, I read it. I read it all.
I'm so excited.
The You mean this, Trev?
Lumps, as you walk up to him, you notice he's extremely drunk. He seems in a pretty good mood, but he's extraordinarily drunk. What was the question? I heard a
You
question.
mean this guy over here?
Oh,
No,
I sent you. I wrote all these up like yesterday.
Lumps is this guy.
Smoke.
Yeah, Palmer. You remember?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I remember him.
Okay.
Remember, you healed since you got beat up. Remember?
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
I didn't know I got a full rest.
Yeah, we had a whole full rest and everything.
Oh, I thought you said I only got 2 hours.
Hey, this guy has the right idea.
Wait. Didn't we rest again after that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you guys
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
3 days since then.
Unless anybody spell is Brodock, I think you're good.
We're all
I
just
bet.
crowding it. Love it.
Hey, I know. Hey, I've seen Tom.
Yeah, that's Lumps.
You haven't. Drake.
No, I know Lumps McGee. I recognize him. I'm an occasional spectator of the Prince Long in Fights.
Okay.
Wait,
I
the guy
don't
that-
have access to
that was-
Tom Loves McGee
That's me,
anymore.
goddamn, Larry.
Wait a minute. Was this the guy that beat your ass?
No,
Nibs?
that was a
No, I
different.
didn't.
Oh, it was the actual one that was.
Hey, nobody beat our ass.
Yes. No, the one that was bullshit.
It was a
made
tie.
up.
No, the one that Tom Lumps McGee was the guy that I rolled up who was a rogue and had a chance to either annihilate Larry or get annihilated by him, and having something in between was kind of unlikely, and the dice did not favor Tom.
Yep. Tom got wrecked.
Tom had a very specific fight.
Everybody's character, whatever he made, just kicked my ass. And then Palmer lost big on it because he thought he was confident by the third fight. He was like, or Lisa. No, not Lisa.
Wasn't it something Clever Bum?
Celeste Cleverbum.
It was Clever Bum and then someone else. Someone was this?
I have to ask: are you guys having this question in character or no?
No, I'm asking, trying to remember what type of fighter he was, and I don't remember because there's 3 different.
I was
fights.
asking out of character.
The fighter that you fought was Zuzagul Aguzar.
Correct.
I was asking out of character because Drake wouldn't know that.
That's
What?
True. That's true.
What am I being questioned with?
No, I was asking about Tom.
No, not being quick.
Hey, Atos, is this guy over here? You know him?
Not a clue.
So again, what kind of?
Not everyone
was he?
knows.
Hey man, no hard feelings. How you doing? Remember me?
Hey, Nibs, I do remember you. Hey, man, I'm on my honeymoon. I ain't got no beef with you today.
Oh, I didn't know.
Honeymoon?
We have beef. It was a sanctioned fight.
Honeymoon?
He straight up like holds up the bottle for you and offers to buy you a drink as
No,
you
I'm good. Not right now. Thanks.
Wait, he got married?
Yes, he's married now. That's what a honeymoon is.
To whom? I'm curious.
The blushing bride is somewhere upstairs in the hotel room.
I thought he was gay.
All right, guys. You guys are ordering some drinks. Lisa,
Yep.
Clever Bum. Is it Clever Bum?
No, that's a different character, I think. Clever
No,
Bum.
this is just something that is backstory for some of our characters. Like we know this character because we've been in this town.
You said that he's speaking in a. You said that this guy over here is speaking in a Glorith accent, right?
Yes.
Is he speaking common?
Yes.
And helmet on or off?
On. It's not quite. It's not quite the Atos like intimidation. He's not like. It's not like a super like mobile suit of armor. Like it's very much small and lots of plates and like there's layers of metal nesting around this guy.
All right, I'll go to the bar, grab 2 pints, and make my way over.
Over to the dwarf guy.
Yeah, over to the dwarf guy.
Guys, what are you guys telling me?
As you're walking over, the woman sitting right across from her, right across from him, raises her glass and shouts out, "To the saviors of Railsburg!" And all 5 of the guys, of the people right around that area, all raise their glasses in response and all cheer really loudly and drink.
Sounds good. Can you not stand?
Huh.
Alright, I'm gonna go join. Where is Flavia? I can't see her anymore.
Offering,
Go on, Flavia. Let's go.
Oh, I forgot to move my token.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
As they lower their glasses and Drake walks up, the woman who shouted, who is the one down here, puts the mug down and just stares at you. Like, all expression leaves her face, and she's just, like, she's not angry, she doesn't look like she's about to get violent.
I'm approaching with a smile. I'm approaching with a smile on my face, as friendly as I can.
Okay.
And I'll place a tankard down in front of my dwarven friend here, and say, "Mind if I sit here?"
He looks over and looks you up and down and says, "I do."
Also, the note, go for it, Brad. We're just finishing. He actually is talking about Aurea right now, so what that matters.
All right, and I will just. I'll look at him specifically, and say, any particular reason why, my friend? And I'll say that with my Glorith accent. I try not to use it as much as I can, but like, you know, I'll take it out. I'll take it out for this instance.
Says because this table's for saviors. And you hear the woman across from her kind of like raise her glass, pound it down real hard. So it's that one too, for that matter. He points the one over there, and all three of them all raise their glasses and then pound them down real hard on the table.
Saviors, huh?
Saved anything recently there, kid?
Kid? Like, Drake looks visibly offended by that. Okay. Alright, Well, I did just come out of an expedition where we saved, oh, can't.
Hey, have you ever heard of the Saviors of Jack? You know, there was, what was his name? Jane? Jane's the Savior of Jack. You guys like him? Oh, I love it. Chad's getting it.
Give me a check there. The check there, Nibs, on that.
Savior, the man we call Jane.
Yeah, what are you trying to do to pull with that? Is this
No, it's a Firefly reference.
Oh, I know. I 100% know what you're
doing. Do a deception or something? What do you need to roll?
Deception or persuasion or.
None of them are good. None of them are good.
You fucking go for it.
Just give me the.
I was gonna report back. What have you saved recently?
Railsburg.
Aye.
If it's so safe, why did we see like 10 people leave?
I was just about to ask.
People leaving this area forever. Look. Point.
People do leave places. You're right.
He says, "Look," and he points over, and this woman right here reaches over to what you were trying to figure out what it was. It was kind of like a green sort of like mass sitting on the table, and she reaches over and grabs it and lifts it up, and sure enough, it's the severed head of a Medusa with the eyes gouged out. It's pretty beaten to shit looking. It's not like a fresh severed head by any stretch of the imagination.
Is there anybody in this group that looks like the image that Brodok described to me?
He described
crazy eyes and green sword.
Crazy-eyed blonde woman and green sword. There is a crazy-eyed blonde woman here giving you crazy eyes right now. She does not, however, seem to have a seafoam green sword.
I can't. No need to start waving our tankards around. Just here trying to make peace and friends and all that. So and Drake is legitimately curious about what they say because it doesn't sound, because like he's not gonna mention this, but like from what it sounds like they didn't do their job, or at least they didn't complete it all the way. But he's not gonna say that out loud.
Well, you notice that aside from the Medusa set on the table there, they're also drinking very top shelf stuff.
Huh.
And eating like good looking food. Like it smells tasty as well.
I'll whisper to Silas.
The tasty smelling food is no surprise to anybody who's ever spent time in this inn, because the great Ruggo, the chef, is known for being kind of a beast in the kitchen.
Ruggo the chef?
I'll whisper to Silas to go wait over by
Yo, Druggo makes the best wings. Y'all better not be talking shit on my man.
I'll tell Silas to go wait over by Atos, and I'll just I'm still looking at our armored friend over here.
As
one Medusa, eh?
As you head over there, I had to do it for that. Yeah, whatever. As you head over in that general direction, one of them stands up and sort of kind of follows you.
That's Silas, not me.
Wait, where did you go?
I'm still over by the armored friend. I told Silas
Oh,
to go
you
wait for
said
the
Silas
Atos.
over there. Well, as the bird flies over there, this one gets up and walks over in that general direction. Stops, turns to face Kenzie, and gives like this really overdone, like super exaggerated bow. Like he like almost doubling himself over, almost spinning the top of his head on the floor as he does it. And goes, why if it isn't the great Kenzie? What brings you back around these slummy part?
I'm sorry, for
Oh,
clarification,
you
did
know,
he
the
say
usual.
smutty or slutty?
Slummy.
Slummy. Okay, sorry, I just like auditory problems.
Only hearing what you want to hear. Yes, Mark. Put it up.
Well, you know, I have needs of magical resources, and Railsburg is, or was the closest area.
It's the closest area. Like, there's a better one. Did you find anything really exciting out there in Brenslagen when you left town?
I'd say I found a few things. Seems more like you've been quite busy yourself here.
He smiles, nods, and turns back to his group and says, you know, they're not impressed by the one Medusa head there. If you'd like, I could show you the real treasure we found.
I can't say I'm too interested. You always have your ways with showing off and whatnot. Stay to your trinkets and trivials.
I'll say.
Suit yourself. He shrugs. And kind of gives you like a little bit of like a dismissive kind of wave over his shoulder as he turns to walk back over to his seat.
How is he following my bird?
Well, he walked back to his seat. He just chose that moment to get up.
Because he goes back to his, whatever he was doing with the bar. I guess trying to get a drink.
To swing over for a moment, the barkeep, Lisa, responds to Flavia. What do you need? It's nice to see you, by the way. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Sorry if you missed my order. Anyway, I'll have a whiskey sour. Just feeling like something basic but good today. And get a twisted basil here for Atos. I know it's kind of one of your signatures, but I think you should have it. I think you'd like it.
She nods and says, yep. As you remember correct. Give me a couple minutes. And she starts bustling back and forth. She's still within range for you to talk to her if you want, but she's working on it.
Oh, as a note,
Wait, time out. What's the mood? Is it jovial? Is it somber? Is it kind of hushed? What's you kind of said it, but it's like just, you didn't really give me the mood.
Well, that's because it's a little bit oddly split. You have your group in the corner there who's clearly like celebrating amongst themselves and super excited, but a lot of the rest of the people here seem kind of depressed. It's not like super pervasive, but there's not like a whole lot of. You wouldn't say there's like a ton of life in the room.
Alright, who wants to bet me I can't climb a tree without using my hand?
no, fuck it. I'll put in some money on that. Let's go, Nibs.
Alright, how much?
Let's go. I don't have much. Hold on, give me 1 second. Will you take silver? That good enough for you?
Alright.
Fuck it. We'll do about 100 silver, son. Oh, let me check.
Sure,
real
sounds
quick.
great. So I go
This guy throws in 30. He's curious about it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm always actually sorry, not 100 silver. We'll do a gold. How about a gold? Is that good enough?
Yeah, gold's fine. All right,
Perfect, we're good.
go up, then I just run up a tree.
Also, the note. Oh, whoops, shit. That was not supposed to be in that language. So.
I just run up the tree.
Let's. Oh, that's right. You can just do that now, can't you?
I just
Yeah, fucking do it. Awesome.
No,
I'm gonna talk to a fucking
No,
gold.
there's
for that.
no,
Hell yeah.
there's no. Unless you want to make it difficult for some reason. Is it wet?
No, you have that ability now, don't you?
Yeah,
You
do
just,
it, man. Come on.
I
yeah,
just
you roll
run
up.
up the tree.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
He
Evan.
claps. He's like, yeah, whoa.
Okay, yeah, we'll clap for that.
And I
Yeah,
just,
take your
now,
gold.
now I
Take
do
your
that. No, hold on. I do the acrobatics off.
Hell yeah. Please don't fail it. Please don't. Oh, thank God.
I got like a +9. I'd have to nat 1 it.
It's beautiful.
As a note, Trad, as they're talking, are we within ear reach of the two pirate looking guys?
I'd say you're on the farther end of that. It's a bar. Could you shout from one end of the bar to somebody at the other end? Sure, you'd have to yell, but.
Oh yeah, no, he's asking if this will to Flavia, so he is mentioning the name. This won't end like it did with Oreo, will it, Flavia?
Yeah, and she just responds, I don't think so. Lisa runs a good thing.
How much silver? I'll toss you a couple. I'll toss an extra gold in there. Fuck yeah, you got 2 gold from me, Nibs, and 30 silver.
No, 1 gold and 30 silver.
No, 2 gold. I gave 2. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
I mean, what did the nobody person give me?
30 silver, I thought.
30. Okay, 30. What's up with the eyes, man? He's looking pretty rough.
A lot of the people here are looking a little bit on the rough side. You know this after having this realization about this guy.
Alright, that guy was so rough.
I'm just a little. I'll just I haven't taken a drink from my tankard yet. I'll just place it down, slide it over to the young lady over here, and I'll just walk away. I'll walk back to the rest of the group.
As you walk away, you hear the unmistakable sound of a mug of ale being pushed off of a table and scattering across the ground.
I keep walking, despite disrespect. That's no way to treat your ale. Howdy, Munchies lot.
Okay, so as Ben's talking to us here on the side there, the guy on the left, with the one with the beard. Yeah. As you're talking to him, you notice that as you walked up, you thought he was like, you know how somebody like takes a strong drink and they kind of make that face like they kind of like suck the teeth.
Yeah.
Kind of grimace a little bit, maybe almost like J. Jonah Jameson with a cigar sticking out of the side of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk over, as you walked in, you saw this expression on his face. As everything else happened in the area, and he watched and continued to talk to Rika, he continued to have this expression on his face, and now as you walk up to him and talk to him, you realize that this expression is permanently etched in his face. Like, this constant J. Jonah Jameson cigar, like, teeth gritted, like, kind of the corner of the mouth kind of, like, jagged up a little bit. You know, he can open his mouth to drink, and he can talk more or less normally, but when he's not doing either of those things, he's just making this face constantly.
Okay.
And man, are his eyes like the most messed out of eyes you could possibly imagine.
Did someone hit him with one of the miles?
Are we about to have some synthesizer music from the Palmer, maybe?
Yeah, let's fucking.
Between the two of them, you gathered that yes, he is a captain. She works with him, and they have been landlocked for a while. He has a boat. It's in Railsburg, but they can't get into Railsburg and haven't seen it in a long time.
Okay.
So they're
what's
just kind of like drinking
what's
their
going on
sorrow.
in Railsburg? We've been traveling across the continent and just we were hoping to make it there in need of supplies and chasing down, you know, whatever it is we're chasing down. But what's going on in Railsburg?
Rika motions to Lisa behind the bar and says she's actually the one to ask about that. We're like 8 beers deep right now. We barely know what's going on. And you notice that beside them, yeah, there's like a constant increasing stack of empty bottles and glasses. Lisa, of course, overhears it and says, I got you. I'll pick it up for her.
Okay.
She goes, well, so about 2 years ago, which is the time when many of you still would have been going in and through Brenzlagen or even Railsburg and living there, we had an infestation of giant rats, which any of you in the area definitely remember. They were smart. They bred fast. They were everywhere. We had trouble with them in grocery stores. We had trouble with them in restaurants. We had trouble with them in houses of every social status. And as things got worse and worse, somebody decided to bring a breeding pair of direwolves into the city.
Oh no.
I don't know if you know anything about direwolves, but they breed surprisingly fast when they have a lot of food access to them, and they don't have a lot like childhood. They tend to grow up pretty quick. So once they had the rats under control, people started getting attacked by direwolves in the streets, which pissed off a particular upper-class mage enough that he employed some ettercaps to protect his property.
Really?
Do you know what ettercaps do when they've made their dangerous-ass super trap lair and feel safe and comfortable? They secrete to attract more fucking ettercaps so they can mate.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So at this point, things in Railsburg are getting kind of serious, right? Because we still have and we still had the dire wolves. But do you know what the natural predator of the ettercap is? If many of you guessed fucking full-grown owlbears, you were somehow correct. So flocks of those descended on the city out of the Bellwood. People were really starting to get freaked out about this progression. Like it took months for the dire wolves to turn into a problem, and then a couple of weeks for the ettercaps to turn every alley and cellar in the city into a game of Russian roulette, then a couple of days for just like clouds of owlbears to come down out of the Bellwood and start. So as a result, most of the city was either staying inside or starting to pick up sticks and get the fuck out. Because, I mean, what do you really want to do? So because of this, because everybody was either hiding or fleeing, nobody knows exactly how we made it to Medusas. And most people, very few people even claim to have seen any, just having found the statues of everything else scattered around town.
Okay.
And I mean, I've heard other shit from people coming
mass
through town.
hysteria?
I've heard the Medusa were working in groups. I've heard there were basilisks, lamias, cockatrices. I've heard of fiends, demons, devils. And I've also heard that most people are full of shit when they panic. And she kind of shrugs and laughs at this point. But who knows how much of any of it's true? All I know is that as soon as people started finding petrified owlbears and ettercaps and direwolves and giant rats and house cats and people in the streets, the general populace flew into a panic and bailed. And that was back in like September, October, something like that. Since then, most of the city moved into a refugee camp just west of here. And we've been booked solid ever since here. Every time someone runs out of money for the room they're renting, it immediately gets snaps up from somebody from Tent City who still has money and like desperately needs to sleep inside. So after the city heads got together and they tried everything they could to put out words for some stupid adventurers to come and help them. And for a while, a couple groups came through on their way to answer the call, and none of them ever came back this way. Until, and she kind of gives you like a nod over towards the group in the corner. And she kind of lowers her voice a little bit and leans in, and she goes, "They came through about a month ago, but there were 7 of them. They were saying they were going to go save the day. And then here they come back through within the last couple of days, but there's only 6 of them. And they're loaded down with so much coin they can afford my best room, and they are drinking their way through my top shelf." Like, she turns and points to the shelf of liquor on the wall next to her, and there is a significant portion of it just gone.
Okay.
They've been here for 4 total days. They say they did it. And maybe they did, but I'm still booked solid, and nobody seems to be leaving, and...
Alright, well, I assume, I'll do it as a favor. Is there some kind of reward, or is it just is the money coming from patrons within the city? What's the deal?
Well, the patrons of the city did group together to create a reward, and they gave it to those guys, we think. And... I mean, I've had to turn away a lot of travelers in the last couple of days of people coming from Railsburg. I feel like if the city were open and everything were fine, people would not be coming from that way trying to get a room. And I've had to turn them all away because I'm still booked up.
Well, I mean...
But you know what's really weird? You're from Railsburg, right? Like, she like looks around and gets like that kind of like nod from the couple of you who are, and she goes, "You've heard of Brodok the Bro?"
Yeah.
And she points at the blonde and says, "She came through here with the Dark Elf girl, and with him, like a couple days before the rest of them all showed up together. And he didn't come back with them."
Brodok got robbed. We encountered him on the way in.
Did he now? You know, Brodok's been stopping here for years and years and years. Is he okay?
I have a feeling they haven't done anything. They're just basically highwaymen at this point.
Meanwhile, on the side here, I have other people also talking to Lisa. She pleasantly declines the offer to have Drake come back and help mix drinks with her.
I think she just wanted to use the drink.
No, basically, I'll just say this out loud and make it obvious. The whole point of Flavia saying that is kind of She has experience with Lisa enough to know that she kind of likes mixology and doing stuff. And B, to kind of cover for Otto saying, hey, break out some of your booze. So Flavia saying, hey, Lisa, see what you can do with this. To kind of say, hey, here, you can have your thing and charge us for this. We're not trying to get in on your thing.
Also, as a note, Fred, I should have probably mentioned, there's been sporadic domacine coming from Atos. He's been grumbling in it.
Okay. No reaction to it.
No, that's great. I just wanted to make sure before I did anything stupid, you know.
I have a quick
so,
question.
So as she's mentioning the rest of this to Ben, she mentions, and this is kind of to the group of you too, is that, as I mentioned, we're booked up. So at the moment, I actually don't have any free rooms available right now. And she kind of like nods towards Palmer. She's like, though that doesn't mean I wouldn't accept maybe a show or two or a song or two out of tonight.
Well, listen, you think that perhaps you could procure a room if I do a little shindig for you. These are sleepy guys.
You're really suggesting to her to kick somebody out?
Yes, I am.
I will say in character.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. However you find that room is between you and the Lord.
She kind of like giggles a little bit and leans in and she goes, look, I know a lot of guys. Palmer, I don't even know how many times you've played here before. If a room frees up, it is yours. I guess I could kind of just say that and leave it at that. However, if you need maybe a little more direction, there are 2 guys up there who are in room 7 who are behind on the rent. I think maybe they need some help or something before they leave, but maybe if you can get rid of them, it's a small room. Some of you are going to sleep on the floor and be doubling up in beds, but it's better than outside.
All right.
Well, I would like to look to the gang and be like, all right, listen, guys. I can bust out this electronic keyboard for the first time ever, or we could just go find somewhere with better availability. Is it worth it right here and right now? I need the input because apparently I can't make decisions on my own.
Look, we could just unceremoniously drop them. I've bounced for Lisa before.
Oh, okay.
We're pointing out that it's a full another day to get to Railsburg, so you guys are not finding any other inns until you get to town.
Can I ask a question before I make a decision? Are there any other dwarves besides the armored in the bar at the moment?
There's this guy. He's sitting at that table. He's smoking a pipe. He's kind of old.
Okay. The reason I asked because he looked like a Goliath. That's why I was curious.
Oh no, he's dwarf. He's dwarf pipe. As far as the floor here that you guys are on, that is everyone that is here.
All right. Well, if we need me to bust out my chops, let me know. If you guys just want to go throw some people out, I will also partake. I'm just a little bored, so.
Oh no, honestly, you feel like performing, Merv? You feel like performing, Merv?
I mean, I can always throw down. I just need a little inspiration.
I think you absolutely should throw down right now. These assholes in the corner, acting like they're all shit.
Here from Canton that I know.
Yeah, fuck it. You guys want to do it?
I think we can clear ourselves a room, especially if they owe money. We are in the right here. We're doing her a favor.
Oh, no.
I think that the people here need a bit cheering up.
Yeah, not only that, but also, I mean, hold on, sorry. Thunderbrand, you said that these assholes are claiming that they saved Rylesburg when people are still leaving?
They think they're hot shit.
And they have a Medusa.
They have a Medusa head, and that's all they care to show.
He's actually gonna look down. Actually, I don't know. Would I have noticed the conversation?
At this point, Flavia will say, "Count me in. This sounds fun."
Yeah, let's throw some people out, and let's have Murr remind them who actually rules here. You up for it, Murr?
I would like to put my feet up on the bar and say, I don't do charity work.
Oh, this ain't charity. This ain't charity.
It's a dick waving.
Sorry.
This is literally just pure. This is literally just pure reminding them whose city this is, Murr.
Yeah,
they seem to think it's
this is dick waving at this point.
This is promotion. This is flexing, flossing, whatever the hell you want to call it.
What the hell's flossing? It sounds
It
Even
is
if you have
stupid.
over a room, you still have to pay for it somehow, and they're incredibly expensive. So this song is actually not charity in the slightest. It's
I would like
it's more
to.
like triple-digit platinum.
I would like to. I would like to pull my feet down, say, and like drag myself off of the bar top. And as
Would
I
it
walk
help
to the
if I gave you
stage,
Silas to help with your performance?
no. I look at the bird and I go, please, this is all I need.
You wouldn't want a giant eagle-like creature flying around you.
No, I
ceremoniously
wouldn't.
as you perform.
I brandish my new invention. Trust me, this is gonna change the world. And then I walk towards the stage, and as I do, I look at everybody in the building and I roll out and say, all right, all you peasants, get a load of this shit.
Quick question before Mur goes up there. Actually, Mur, hold on, out of character. Mur's from Railsburg, and actually, like, basically, this was his city. The city was his bitch for a long time, correct? In terms of music and such. Am I
Yes, that is pretty accurate. Yes.
Yeah, they seem to think that these. Hold on, let me point out to Mur. These assholes down here seem to think that it's now their city, and you aren't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think they're hot shit, and we need to remind them that they're
Well,
not.
I can just go kill them.
That will not be the kind of performance we want here. That's a different.
All right.
Flavia at this point will say, you know what? I think it's a better idea if we just, well, that stage will be a bit tricky to clean up unless we get Kenzie in on it, and I don't want to just speak for him. But otherwise, we could, take things outside.
Tavern,
It's not worth
bro.
the amount of money and the
Tavern,
amount of
bro.
effort I have to put in.
Tavern, bro.
No. Atto's gonna go, not worth the amount of effort I'd have to fill out after.
And I look at around at all you guys. I'm like, all right, so you
Go
guys,
for it.
you guys need me to kill this, or do you guys need me to kill them?
Kill this, and then preferably their egos.
All right.
Yeah,
walk up to
just
the stage.
talk some shit about them. We'll back you up.
All right,
and then we'll take it outside.
I walk up to the stage. I say, kill the lights, and the lights go dim. Obviously, they're just turning down the oil and their whatever lights. I guess I don't know. Regardless, I go up to the stage, and I say, I got the gods in one hand and the devils in the other.
Can I cast fairy fire around Palmer so that it seems like lights are
Let him do it.
spotlights around him?
Well,
Cast it on his instrument.
Yeah, can I cast it on this instrument?
That's fine. Whatever. I don't care. But when I say that phrase, my shoes go to funk overload and my performance is increased by 8.
Correct.
So I now go up.
Roll a 1.
If I roll a 1, yeah, that's not good. But anyways, so I go up to the stage
Give yourself bardic inspiration.
and I prepare.
Can't inspire yourself.
Yeah, right. I'm from the...
Hey, in a rare appearance, would you like me to also perform with you?
No.
All right. Do you want me to give you assistance with performance?
This is my city. I'll earn this bitch back.
Dev, we don't want a shit show. Lisa isn't into it.
All right.
For now.
The show is about to commence. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
I would like to, I would like to get the attention of everyone in this place, this bar or whatever. And I say, all right, you guys might know me, you might not. Who am I kidding? Of course you know me, motherfuckers. It's Palmer. I built this city.
All right. I'm gonna knock out
If
this.
anybody here
We're
has
gonna do
anything
some
different
side
to say
stuff
about
with
it,
Q.
then you can talk.
I'm gonna type
to
it out in the
this.
chat
And
real
I pull
quick.
out the fairy-fired fucking synthesizer, looking just amazing as ever, and I start a beat.
Is he really playing the same piano?
You gotta check your game.
It's cutting out a lot.
Cutting out? That's not working. Hold on.
Yeah, fix your gate a little bit, and it'll be better.
So we're going over here apparently.
Got it. You ready?
Also, I'm putting Palmer on the stage because, damn it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
to mine. I say
+8. +8, by the way, so that's what, a 20 something.
25.
That's a 25. You just brought the house down.
So, for the for the sake of it being what it
Ridiculous.
is, while you are doing your performance, the other three here are making their way upstairs.
All
right.
To the dulcet tones of Men Without Hats.
Lauren's so fucking confused in there right now, bro.
I can imagine so.
So I'm gonna. So again, Ben, Q, and Smokey, you can scroll to the top of the map. If I just drag everybody's vision up there, it's gonna drag 4 people to black. But you are up on the second floor now. As the music is playing from downstairs, door 7 is down here. It's the second one, I guess, on your left as you go down.
All right. Who wants to go first?
so. It's up here.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag everyone there. So this is the second floor. This is
Okay.
where the 3 of them went while the song was playing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hold on. Let me find myself.
Yeah, I thought you
Here,
were right.
here is in front of the door that is in question. I'll put an arrow because I can do that. Not that.
I cannot.
You're right.
Oh, I might be able to get my token to go there.
You
It's
want to
not
put
letting
yourself
me.
on the stairs if you want to move up.
I did.
Oh yeah, no, just put yourself on the stairs and then I move you. I don't have.
Okay.
You said
I
this
think
door,
there's
right?
a way to set it up like almost as a teleporter pad. But
Yeah. Wait, wait.
I was trying to do too much on my own. Apparently, whatever.
yup, sorry. Multiple floors is something I'm still. It's not even like.
All right, maybe we should let the fucking killers up front.
Yeah, up. All right.
Okay, so
I actually want Thunder Ring like that just to just
Seven on it.
immediately if you have to.
a deep bass thumping accompanies you as you walk from downstairs. If you knew what a club was, it would feel kind of like being in the back hallway of a club.
All right, so there's loud music coming.
So who's gonna knock knock?
Is there loud music coming
I think
Yeah,
everyone
so there's
wants
loud
to
music from downstairs.
from downstairs or the room?
Downstairs, where Palmer's playing. Palmer's playing Men Without Hats. As you do this.
So if no one else knocks, Flavia will start knocking in tempo with the beat, not like, but like.
Works for me.
There is no response.
I roll to start kicking the
beat will
door.
become progressively more elaborate.
Take it away.
After a moment of you getting more and more jazz hands with your beat,
I caught the rhythms.
you hear on the other side of the door a voice. Hello? From your experience with having traveled with one not that long ago, it sounds like a dragonborn.
All right.
Atos, time for you to take over.
We gotta talk.
Wait, what do you say, sorry? What's up? Wait, what did you say, Devra? Devra said something to me and I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
What?
It's one of you.
Flavia had something to say.
Yeah, go for Flower.
Yeah. We gotta talk. Open up.
I have a feeling like you're gonna throw us out, and I'd kind of rather not open up and have that happen.
Look,
Maybe we can
I'm
work
open to
something out.
conversation. Open up, or we'll get in there one way or another.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Can I assist her since I was also speaking?
No.
No, Flavia is being direct about this. That is fine. It's almost like she's done this kind of work before, possibly even for me.
Quick question while he does that. Trad, how thick are the walls here?
Thick enough. No, I don't really necessarily know how to answer that question. They're pretty decently thick.
I was
Can you
going to ask
punch
what
it-
a
can you
smash.
punch a hole through it?
Yeah, I was going to say, can I smite my way through it in basically one shot to scare the shit out of them if I have to?
There's a better way to do that.
Oh, I know.
We can literally just open the door on them. We have multiple lock pickers.
Oh, I know, but where's the fun in doing that when I can do here's Jackie right through the fucking wall?
I mean, it's funny, but it's also expensive after
Yeah.
that.
Give me that persuasion roll there, Alec.
All right. Holy crap! Roll20 apparently likes me today.
Good.
Heard you. So you slowly push open the door.
Oh my god, that's my character!
You
Wait
see
a minute!
the Dragonborn, and behind him, on the bed, seems to be a dwarf, but he's not really moving.
Oh my god, it's my character. It's my fighters.
He steps aside and allows you and kind of motions you to come in. As you approach, you see the dwarf on the bed is unconscious and not really breathing all that well.
Atos is actually going to go over to him and immediately basically check. Or not,
It
not,
doesn't require a whole lot of checking. As you pull up, as you just barely begin to move the sheet off of him, you can see that his entire right arm has turned to stone almost all the way to the shoulder. Down towards the wrist, there's kind of like a big, almost want to say like a growth that's sort of wrapped around his wrist and his lower arm that is also turned to stone. And as you see this, the other one walks up next to you and points at it and goes, "That's called an asphinx. They carry a venom. Slowly turns you and the snake into poison when they bite, or into stone when they bite you. He got bit about a week ago. He's been unconscious for 2 days. He'll probably be dead within 4. I don't know what to do. I can't do it.
Actually, I'm going to hold everyone back. Could I, is there any possibility I could use my, my lay on hands on this?
You can try.
Yeah, let's fucking, let me just check it, because they might have gotten rid of that ability. No lay on hands. I can neutralize, yeah, I can neutralize multiple poisons. You say it's a poison?
It is a venom, yes.
Atos is going to, Atos is literally going to take his hand and channel basically, 5 lay on hands to end the poison effect of the asphinx on it.
You see his breathing start to increase a little bit, like he starts to breathe a little bit more steadily for a moment, and then all of a sudden his face starts wincing, like he's clearly in like a decent amount of pain all of a sudden.
What else happened to him? I can only cure what I know.
We should probably get rid of this arm.
That is nothing. He was bit by the snake.
I can only cure what I know.
Let me take a look at Amatos.
By all means, but I can only cure what I know.
You said that his arm just looks a little, his arm is covered, his left arm is covered from stone up to the shoulder, right?
Yes.
You remind me, would a lesser restoration be able to reverse that?
You can try.
I do have that spell myself, but go ahead if you want to. Yeah, you have access to that because, right, because Ranger mercifully has that shit.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what?
Heads up, 10-minute warning, kids.
Alright, I will try to Lester, I'll try to Lestoration the arm to the best of my ability.
While you do that, I will actually do, another, so he has no diseases known, correct?
Correct. And unfortunately, lesser restoration also has no effect.
Can I, he looks like he's in pain. I guess Cure Wounds wouldn't help here, to help stabilize him.
It might not be the worst idea.
Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
It's much the same as when Atos did lay on hands. He seems to breathe a little bit more calmly for a moment, and the features of his face relax for a moment, and then it looks like he's in more pain than he was before.
Is that with Last Restoration or Cure Wounds?
That was with the Cure Wounds.
Oh.
Can someone go get Ken?
If you would like to roll something to see if you can figure out why that's happening.
Can I roll Medicine?
Sure.
Does anybody have a medicine proficiency?
I do not have a medicine proficiency, but I can provide I can provide a little bit of advantage if you want.
I
don't have-
appreciate that because I'm not
Kenzie
confident. I'm not confident in my ability to. I
Okay,
have
yeah,
a plus
someone-
in medicine. I just don't know.
No, Deborah, can you go get Kenzie, please? Please go get Kenzie.
Wait, no, I think Kenzie only has proficiency on medicine checks for anatomy.
No, I'm saying still, just go get Kenzie because I want to check something before I do something stupid.
Flavia, take Silas and go get Kenzie, please.
I already said I asked Deborah, but okay.
Oh.
Who goes down specifically? Just so I can move you back down.
Deborah, do you want to go or do you want to go
It's not
Flavia?
here. That's why I'm asking Flavia.
Well, we can wait for now.
He's been not there because I'd rather. Okay, we're gonna choose somebody who's here then. So we.
That's fine. Yeah, then go get by all means Flavia.
In the meantime,
Okay.
medicine with advantage because
Consider me doing that. I'm just not going to move my token because roll.
Oh,
20
I would suggest you actually do a little bit.
Well, this
On
is gonna
account-
be-
26 on medicine.
On account of when you return down to the bottom there, you do not see Kenzie.
Okay.
I'd also like to believe that Palmer is still performing at this point.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
In that case, I'll first go up to Lisa and ask, "Hey, you see where the tiefling?"
She shakes her head no. Says no, I don't know where he went.
What else is missing?
That's there we go.
I'll look at the Dragonborn and ask him, is that everything that happened? Or like, are you telling me everything?
He nods. He says yes. He says, your medicine roll. I was starting to type it, and then I got a little sidetracked. It's enough to tell that the healing spells are restoring his consciousness, enough for him to feel the incredible pain of his arm slowly turning to stone.
Should we just cut it
You're
off?
not waking him up, and you're kind of curing some wounds in there, but you're really just giving him more ability to feel pain.
So curing the venom did not actually solve it. Okay.
Can I make an Arcana check? This seems like a spell.
So this is Flavia's next move. So she will actually find Kenzie because that is her next logical place to look before moving on. She knows he's a bit of a loner, so.
Now it's the question as to whether Roy is actually there to respond to it being found.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Over here.
All right. Well, Flavia came outside and found you during Palmer's session while they're doing their thing up top.
Okay. Is she gonna say anything to me? Like I'm just standing there.
Oh, hey, Kenzie. So we might have a room for tonight, even though it's a bit small. Problem is, it's currently occupied by a couple of people. One of them is turning to stone, some sort of snake biting him.
Petrification, it seems.
Yes. Well, we were wondering if you even just knew anything about it or could possibly help in some way. So, if you wouldn't mind following me, we'd appreciate your input.
Give me one moment. Trad, can I walk back into the bar and go over towards Clovis?
Sure.
It sounds like we have a patron upstairs that seems to be suffering from onset petrification. By the sounds of it, he'll be gone within a few days. You and your band of merry adventurers sound like they've been dealing with gorgons and medusas and whatever other stone-based creatures that have been plaguing our fair city. How have you been dealing with such causes?
He points at the white-cloaked human sitting not that far away from him on the bench beside him. Says, Hess. And the kid kind of turns and looks over at you guys and doesn't say anything. And Clovis goes out and says, Hess, you have greater restoration, don't you? That's how we've been dealing with this shit. And Hess he nods. He goes, I'm all out of diamonds, though. That's why we had to wind up using a dwarf's shitty potions.
Oh, Brodock?
Test with 100 GP. Got it.
I think we have a diamond still.
Where's 100 GP?
Has to be diamond dust though.
Diamond dust. Smash the diamond.
Easy way to make diamond dust called nibs.
Yeah. Let's say Nibs. This thing talks shit about you. Go.
Would you mind coming and looking at this patron with me at least? You know the spell that we need at least. Maybe you could
have powdered
point.
diamond.
What?
According to Party Treasury, you have powdered diamonds worth 300 GP.
Okay, I don't. All right, out of character. I don't know Greater Restoration. I'm trying to get him to come upstairs.
Oh no,
Maybe
no,
you
I
could
no,
maybe
no.
show me what it
I'm
looks
just
like.
pointing out because they're talking about trying to crush a diamond to make this happen. And you already have more than enough of that than what
That's
you.
even better.
I don't know where we got that.
We had it from.
That was Lee.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
From
Bradley would have bought a bunch of
He stole,
regions.
walked away with it, but he did not.
Nope, he did not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I believe I rolled dice on that and discovered he did not.
No.
Too.
He had other people carrying it around, if I'm not mistaken.
Other people were carrying it around because I got it with a loan.
And I was careful to specify that anything in Party Treasury was left alone. Anything on Bravely's person went with it. If it was in the Party Treasury, he technically wasn't carrying it.
Yep, and that's basically why it is with us.
Unless you want me to roll like a d7 to see if maybe that was his share of the Party Treasury, but that's starting to split hairs a little bit.
No, everything
Just usually be
that
hauled
he
back
got that was in the Party Treasury, he got from a loan because he lost all his money at the fucking fight pit, like a
Correct.
fucking dork.
Yeah, what an idiot.
So he looks you up and down as you say this, and he looks over at Clovis, who just kind of like shrugs and shakes his head. Ness goes, 75 platinum.
Kenzie reaches into his pocket and hands it over without a question.
Wow! He's pretty surprised, but without saying a word, takes the money, pockets it, stands up. Says, all right, lead the way.
And Kenzie will lead on behind Flavia up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Flavia will definitely be following along rather closely, and she's gonna make it obvious that she is keeping an eye on. Not like outright threatening, just like I'm
Keep an
watching,
eye.
I'm ready, and if you fuck with us, there may be problems, but if you don't, we're cool. That kind of air.
He makes no reaction whatsoever to the way you present yourself, and pretty much just eyes forward, follows Kenzie up the steps, and once he gets to the top of the steps, he can see that one of the doors is open, and hears the noise of the other ones from in there, so he heads over towards that. And he walks
I
in.
will follow behind.
It's pretty clear as he walks in who's the one in need of help, so he doesn't really say anything, he just kind of walks right over to the guy and looks close and points at the weird growth that I pointed out around his arm, and he says, "That's the snake right there. It's an asphinx, right?"
Yes.
And the Dragonborn one nods his head and says, "Yep, that's got him." And he goes, "Okay, so you guys understand that when I cast Greater Restoration, it'll bring the dwarf back and he'll be fine, but it's going to bring the snake back and it's going to be fine too. So we need to figure out something to do to deal with the snake before I cast shit."
I'll
would you-
handle the snake.
Okay. Well, actually, Altos was about to ask, what would you propose?
He shrugs. He shrugs. He says, I've seen snakes like this before, but to be perfectly honest, it's never been." He kind of like scratches the side of his head, looks away, and he goes, "It's never really been a save them sort of situation. Usually when asphyxes are involved, kind of like someone winds up getting left behind. So I've never really had such occasion to be stuck in this situation."
Hold on, I will ask the native of this area. Oh, sorry, no, go for it.
They are not
How
native to
large?
this area.
How large are they? Like, how large does a snake appear to be on this man's arm?
It's about say it's about like maybe 2.5 feet long. It's pretty thick in the middle of it. And they're known for being able to like kind of leap, like they can like spring and like force themselves to cover distances, which is how they usually wind up getting onto people in the first place. They're frequently wind up in treasure chests or small logs or something like that. And when someone stumbles on them or opens a chest or whatever, shoom, pop out and latch down, and that's it.
So if I were to pull
Alright.
it, if I were to pull it at the same time, if I were to have my hand on it and pull it, would that work?
Well, you'd be able to do something with it, but there's no guarantee it wouldn't turn around and try to bite on you too.
Mhm.
All right.
I have a plan I'll propose to the rest of the party.
Hess, by the way, before you say that, Hess points down to where the snake is biting into his arm, and you can tell it is biting through the dude's armor.
Animal friendship. I have that spell. Snakes are essentially beasts. I can calm it and charm it and have it be on its way.
You can try that. We'll see if it works. I'm actually. How much?
Roll me a nature check. Roll me a nature check for your understanding on this creature to see if you know whether or not that would work.
Hey, I got a dip set right quick. So.
That's fine. We're basically finishing up.
I would like to.
21.
Yeah.
What up?
Why don't we call it there?
Yeah, let's call it there.
Before it happens, yeah.
Call it there with that last roll in.
Yeah. All right,
What
guys.
did 21 get me?
No. I'm out. I gotta go to bed.
Not man.
Good night.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for a great session.
Later.
Thank you for big raids, big resubs, big donos, fucking out of control. I'm going to give everyone 5,000 sugar bees. And we're gonna go raid our boy Ice Blue, who is working on Zelda 2, 100%, no major glitches, qualifier races, fellow member of Team Noble and Noble GG. Make sure to give this man some love. I will talk to you all later. Be well.